What up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another episode of See You Next Tuesday, where we dive into all sorts of topics. Probably going to be a pretty heavy political night, so if you're interested in that, remember, you can always hop on and yell at us about our opinions and takes or whatever. But with that being said, I'm going to play the intro and then hop right into this. All right, enough of that. Let me undeafen and we'll get everyone in here. Okay. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Let's just say hi to chat real quick. Hello, Growling, Wetwood. What up, Christine? What up, Michelle? What up, Lauren? Anyone else? And what up, Bombadil? 9? 9? Yeah. 9? Dude, that's gonna be a good clip. Me being like 9, 9. Listen, okay? We are not pro-Nazi over here. I do not sprechen the Deutsch. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, they didn't hear you guys. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Dave.
We already do we are we doing this again?
You just said they didn't hear
They
you.
didn't
babe.
hear you. Yeah. I had the
You didn't hear
desktop
me or
audio off.
Dave?
I'm Sean D. I'm
Oh,
the
that's
creator.
hilarious.
I'm Sean
Okay,
D. I'm
well,
the
that's
creative
Dave.
stuff here.
What up, Apex? All right, so we got a couple
Wait, is
topics.
Apex in here?
Apex is in the chat. Smokey.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm fucking playing Dragon's Dogma.
Okay. So we got a couple topics tonight. We're gonna start off with this pirate software stuff.
Ooh.
We're gonna watch a video, comment on it. I don't expect this topic to go very long, to be 100% honest. But if you guys
Who
don't
knows
know the pirate software
I don't
stuff,
know. We could get Avius. I bet we could make it last for a bit if he was here.
I think this is more about the copyright stuff that Dave was talking about last week.
Yeah, I don't think he was so much defending Pirate Software as just raging about WoW.
For sure. Seems like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's start the video and we'll get this Show rolling.
Developing idle streaming bonanza. Play as your favorite content creators like Moki Payne, Asmon Silver, and CQX. It's a streamer drama parody game where you match button prompts, watch the bits drop, and feed the brain rot. Each level's a time capsule of live stream fails' greatest hits. As Dr. Disrespect's grooming allegations, Pokimane and her expensive cookies make a showing, and XQC being an odd dude as a reference to XQC being an odd dude. Ferentino's newest level referenced another big streamer named Pirate Software.
Where am I
For
watching the
context,
video
Pirate
at?
Software is a developer, hacker, gamer person who runs a ferret rescue, encourages people to get into
He, I guess you're waiting.
Wait, are you not watching the video?
I'd have to
No,
watch
I
it.
can't see the video.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
He's streaming it.
We're just sitting here like idiots.
He's
You guys
streaming it.
Weird.
Are you guys?
Have you not clicked on soaring?
Oh, gotta click on soaring?
Yeah, watch the video soaring.
Oh, okay.
I have to watch the stream. Oh wow, this is extra complicated.
Oh my-
Okay, start
this
it
is-
over.
This is
I'm,
this is
I'm so confused.
Listen,
based. Okay,
start it
You know
over.
what?
Okay.
Listen. I do think the professionalism is through the roof tonight.
Well, hey, this is my first
not why I'm
time in a
here.
while. I don't know how
Come here
you.
for professionalism. Come here for conversations. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's this shit about?
It's about the indie developer that got DMCA'd by Pirate Software and now getting threatened to be sued.
Oh, well, damn.
So
Let's go.
let's go. Let's do this. Let's watch.
Ferentino's developing idle streaming bonanza. Play as your favorite content creators like Moki Payne, Asmon Silver, and CQX. It's a streamer drama parody game where you match
What up,
button
Ben?
prompts, watch the bits drop, and feed the brain rot. Each level's a time capsule of live stream fails' greatest hits. As Dr. Disrespect's grooming allegations, Pokimane and her expensive cookies make a showing, and XQC being an odd dude as a reference to XQC being an odd dude. Ferentino's newest level referenced another big streamer named Pirate Software. Now, for context, Pirate Software is a developer, hacker, gamer person who runs a ferret rescue, encourages people to get into game development, and boasts an impressive resume from working at Blizzard during its glory days to hacking for the United States Department of Energy. As far as
Pause.
nerds go, he's seen as the cream of the crop.
Pause. This is the
Yep.
reason why people get mad at him, right? Like he claims to
Give
be
him
all
ferrets.
this shit. Not the ferret rescue. The ferret rescue is the only thing that I can say is like
I
a
don't know,
redeeming
man.
quality at the moment.
Ish.
They smell pretty bad though. I don't know, man. That's a lot of ferrets.
You ever felt their hair?
Have you seen how many he has?
Yeah, but
Ferrets
he's
are
running
kinda
like
gross.
he's running like a sanctuary for them. It's not
Listen, my
like,
fucking science teacher had ferrets. Hated those things. The smelly little rats.
I don't trust a guy who likes phallic animals. But go ahead.
okay.
Damn.
That's a good point,
Base,
Sean.
that's a good
Base.
that is a pretty good point. Well, yeah, we can keep going.
Some of that cream's dissolved due to, well, it depends on who you ask, I suppose. Some don't like how he appeals to his own authority or misrepresents arguments when he's in the wrong. Others don't like how he doubles, triples, or even quadruples down when he's in the wrong. And some don't like the double standards he applies to himself and others when he's in the wrong. It's not the being in the wrong that people don't seem to like. It's how he mishandles it, and how these events clash with his wise and role model persona people have come to know him for. That's why I stress at every opportunity that I am a scumbag and manage his expectations. The event Ferentino chose to immortalize in his game referenced the hardcore World of Warcraft raid drama, where Pirate Software abandoned his team, referred to as roaching out, and was later removed for his behavior following the incident. The level is called Irate Hardware. A wizard-hatted cockroach squirms in a gaming chair, and a voice line from Pirate Software's stream can be heard.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
Ferentino then posted a clip of his game to the Livestream Fails subreddit titled He Put Pirate
Pause.
Software Drama in His...
Oh Jesus. Okay, so this is the thing you were talking about, right, Dave?
Yep.
This is the
roach in a chair.
the roach in a chair.
Wait, how is this not
Oh,
Asmongold?
good. Huh?
No, I'm sorry. I guess I got them confused for a second.
No, this is on Pirate Software. The resemblance is uncanny, apparently.
Listen,
He is inserted in this game.
Listen,
he looks so much like a roach that he looks just like the person that he's meant to.
will we get
signify.
DMCA'd for playing his voice?
Maybe,
As a
and
roach.
for having his depiction here as a roach.
dude. Yeah, like
All we have to tell is people don't watch the show.
Yeah, don't watch
we don't
this
get
show.
views.
Okay, there's not enough people in
Wait.
here. It doesn't matter.
So let's like an analytical look at this. The voice line is like what, 1.5 seconds, if that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Okay.
there's probably
And
other
this
voice
was-
lines, right?
And my question is this voice line taken from a private talk with Mr. Pirate
No,
Software, or is
it's
this
from-
something from one of his streams?
It's one of his streams.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, like that seems kind of petty, but you know, is this?
Yeah,
No, I'm assuming there's more to this, right?
I would say that this is fair use. It's transformative for sure. Like I don't know how.
Is this the only thing? Please don't tell me this is the only thing.
This is the reason he got mad. Yes, I believe. I mean, there may be more, but the video will let us know, I guess. So,
That guy's, I mean,
We'll get more.
the furry seems bitch made over this. I got to be honest.
Oh, just wait. It gets better. It gets better and better.
Oh boy, let's go.
His indie game. In turn, Pirate Software issued a DMCA takedown notice to Valve. This developer is using clips of my voice without my permission. As displayed on the developer's live stream, my voice is being used in this game. The developer does not have the right to use my voice. He included a link to the Twitch clip. The game was taken down. Plot twist, the Steam version of the game didn't actually have Pirate Software's voice in it. The Twitch clip was of the developer's personal build, not the marketplace build. Ferrantino filed a counter notice to get his game reinstated. He also sent a support ticket to Pirate Software and his team directly to tell them his voice was not in the game, and he asked for the DMCA takedown notice to be withdrawn. Mid-live stream, Pirate Software spoke about receiving
Wait,
the counter notice
pause?
and expressed his intent to sue the
Okay, so the dude reached out and let him know that I guess that it was just a player build he had, not the marketplace one. Wait, if you file DMCA, don't you have to check whether something is actually violating it before you do that?
You should. You're not required to.
I would feel like you're required to check, right? Like you have to have someone that checks that.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to. You're supposed to pull a clip, and what they'll do is okay, as far as the I don't know on Steam. I know on YouTube you have to like add what their copyright. You have to like give them a reference of what they're stealing and recognize the point, like highlight the point where they are stealing in their clip.
Yeah, but he's He's
But it
not
might be-
highlighting a point, but he's highlighting that they're using his voice when clearly that's not the case, right?
I'm assuming it's different for Steam because this isn't even like a Twitch thing. This is a Steam thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move us to the others so they can. But you can continue it, Vice.
the developer.
Hey, Kronos, we have to file a legal complaint against that dude earlier. We'll pause this for a moment. There was a dude earlier today that went onto Reddit and said that he was using my voice in a video game, showed a bunch of videos of it, and then put that game up on Steam. A lot of people in the thread told him not to do that, that would end up being a legal problem for him. He did it anyway. So I filed a DMCA claim, and he has now filed a counterclaim against me. We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way
Jesus.
inside of your games without their permission.
Maybe it's vicious.
It's a really
Wait,
stupid
wait.
thing to do.
To be
Incredibly
clear,
so.
wait.
So I'm gonna say-
To be clear, this is after the dude reached out, right, and said, "Yeah, that's not part of it." So, what the fuck is this? Like at this point, what is he like complaining about?
Yeah, he's being a crybaby.
Well, for sure, but like he's threatening legal like issues.
Does he not want to be clowned on? Because this is not how you go about doing that.
I mean, for sure. Like, I just like that this guy went from well liked to lolcow so quickly.
Oh, absolutely!
It's-
Like overnight.
Yeah, this is like, I'll be honest. I've watched Thor for a while. His name is Thor. Am I correct about this?
Yes, his name is Thor.
Okay, so
Sure.
Thor. All right, no, I can't see how naming. No, that can't give a person. Anyway, yeah, I started seeing his shorts for a bit. I'm sure it's like most people. Like, sometimes he has some good clips and stuff like that. But it seems like, like with any big person or personality, occasionally, like, they'll just have a thing. Like, so this guy's kind of a dick. All right, Destiny thinks he's kind of a gooner. All right, so his thinks he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Nothing was wrong there. Let's go move the reactive over. All right, we can continue. I just want to
Send this over to Kronos now because he is a lawyer in copyright law. That is his job.
Get the jetties.
Kronos, we have 14 days to respond to this. Forwarded. Welcome to the Finding Out timeline, bud.
Brandon Ferrantino responded in a YouTube video and reiterated he did nothing unlawful on Steam.
I showed one video of a possible build or a concept and put it on Reddit. The game, that concept or what's on my machine was not on Reddit. There's no build of him ever on Reddit or on Steam. There's no data in my game of him on Steam. There's no active build with him on it. So he's chasing fucking goods.
Unfortunately for Pirate Software, it's a case of being confidently wrong. In America, we have very strong free speech laws. It's the First Amendment, for God's sake. This is not as cut and dry as you can't use someone's likeness or voice without permission. Although that does get spread around a lot, but you'd think people on the internet who use Twitch and YouTube would see Twitch and YouTube as enough evidence that there's more nuance to the matter. You have to consider fair use defenses and good faith activities by alleged copyright infringers. This was upheld in the Lens versus Universal Music court trial, in which a woman was hit with a DMCA takedown notice for using 29 seconds of bad audio from a Prince song in a baby video. The final ruling on that matter: copyright holders cannot shirk their duty to consider, in good faith and prior to sending a takedown notification, whether allegedly infringing material constitutes fair use, a use which the DMCA plainly contemplates as authorized
wait,
by
pause.
the law. Pirate Software did not.
So you do have to do it first. You have to have like some level of due diligence beforehand.
Well, you're responsible for due diligence.
Yeah.
The Jannies did it, right? No,
Well,
I guess
they,
not.
They did it in his behalf. So
Oh.
also, what up, Fluzzy? What up, Crab?
Welcome to the stream, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Hit that like button if you haven't hit it.
Please.
Just do that. Do it. Okay. But yeah, no. I'm saying like even if it was his representatives, like it's still him doing it. Like, and he's actively telling them to do it. It's not like that's a secret. We just heard him say it. Because I'm assuming this Kronos person is like a mod for him or something. I don't know. I don't know
assume.
enough about Pirate Software.
Like,
So
looks like his Jamie.
listen,
No.
everyone
Sounds about right.
everyone has a Jamie. Okay.
Everyone should have a Jamie.
Yeah.
Our Jamie don't talk.
That's soaring.
Yeah.
Listen, he talks. He just talks at the end of the episode. Okay.
Oh.
Pretty much.
So if you want to hear him talk, just stick around for the whole thing.
Stay tuned.
That's the selling point, you know. We can continue.
Consider fair use. He didn't even play the demo. If he had, he would have known his voice was not in the Steam Marketplace version of the game. Therefore, he sent an unlawful DMCA takedown notice, and that opens him up to be sued. I asked Mr. Ferrantino if he asked Pirate Software or Kronos if they played the game. He said they responded that's neither here nor there. It's very much here and there because beyond the existence of a perceived infringement, you have to consider what's the nature of the work. Critique review.
Thing is, it would have been neither here nor there if it was in the game. But because it's not in the game, and they didn't play the game,
Oh yeah.
they have no idea. So they went forward with this with zero information.
Well, and it just doesn't make sense. Like I feel like that would very much fall under these things like fair use and all this other shit.
Isn't there a way he tried?
Absolutely fair use. It's transformative as hell.
Yeah.
Isn't there a way he tries to present himself, and this feels like counter to that? It seems these actions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
He's-
sure.
He portrays himself as being pro-independent developers. He claims to be an independent developer himself. He kind of made a game.
Oh, you mean the
Or
rug
hasn't
pull?
been
You
released.
mean the rug pull, Dave?
Yeah. Exactly. He kind of made a game. He made a shell of a game. He stole the game, aka Pirate Software.
Listen, I'm just saying that this does not seem to be a good case for him. If anything, this is a good case for the other guy. Because getting his game pulled off of Steam might have affected his numbers.
Absolutely.
And Pirate Software talking about it on his stream could obviously affect his numbers. So it's just like, oh, this does not look good.
And
But
that's
this
just.
guy's definitely winning from this.
No, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Honestly.
I wonder, like, if there's harm involved because of lost money income from being taken down off of the Steam.
Yeah. Well, a lot of potential revenue at least.
Yeah. Oh,
And to be honest, if it gets put back up, he's going to be able to run the numbers as if it had been up for that period of time based on the numbers that it does after. So it's already got this extra attention.
yeah.
So he really stepped on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I should go buy it.
Oh, buy the game.
What is it called?
I forget.
Because I'm petty.
Do we want to plug the game and maybe get?
No.
No,
Listen, I don't know what.
I'd have to care more.
I just know the game is about streamers, and I'm just like, okay, cool. It looks like I have to hit.
Sounds
arrow
fun,
keys.
actually, you know? You try to make it as a streamer?
Well, I don't even think it's that. It looks like one of those like you gotta hit the arrow keys in the amount of time or whatever. At least that's what it looks like. But yes, everyone should buy that game. Buy it to spite Pirate Software.
Well, as soon as you tell me what the game's called, I will.
Okay, we'll go back and see what it's called.
I'm pro indie dev. I support
Yeah.
indie devs.
Listen, indie devs are important, and Pirate Software talks about how indie devs are important, so I don't know why he's like biting this. I don't know why he's dying on these hills. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope. Because he
So.
refuses to take accountability for anything.
Yeah. But
It's because he has the lolcow gene.
yeah. But you become so big so quickly. What the fuck? Like, I would feel like you'd want to guard that a bit, right? Like,
Well, it depends if you just require to be the center of attention, whether it's good or bad.
I don't think this is him wanting to be the center of attention. I honestly don't think he wants people criticizing him like we are right now.
Well, then he's going the wrong way about it.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying I don't think this is something he wants because if
Either that or he actually has
Amazing.
like an ego problem.
No, streamers with ego problems. Have we encountered that? I don't think so. That's completely.
there's
It's
not
completely like off base.
all
There's nothing
streamers
to it.
are mentally sane people, okay?
You have no evidence for that claim, Dan.
they're all mentally stable people.
I don't know a single streamer
Absolutely.
who isn't perfectly mentally stable.
Yeah. I've never
Who do
met
you
one
call yourself then?
mentally stable.
I'm
Sure.
absolutely mentally stable.
These are lies.
Listen,
Anyways,
you can't prove that. Anyways, yeah, let's continue.
View education, etc. Is it transformative enough? How much was used? 41 seconds, by the way. How important is what was used? Does it have an impact on original market value? Is it misappropriating his likeness for an advertisement? It's not as plain cut as, you used my voice, I didn't say you could, now I can sue you. Now keep in mind, I'm not
That's
a
a
free
pretty
speech
good
defense lawyer out of
likeness
Connecticut that
voice.
steps in from time.
To what he
What?
said.
What?
That was a pretty good impression of what he said.
What was the impression?
Those are the words that Pirate Software used on his stream.
That it has his
What-
voice in it?
Roll back like 10 seconds, you'll hear it.
Okay.
He just did a really good impression, in my opinion. That's all. Good.
As plain cut as, you used my voice, I didn't say you could, now I can sue you. Now keep in mind, I'm not a free speech defense
Was that
lawyer
a
out of
good
Connecticut that
impression?
steps in.
Wait,
from
that
time
was
to time
not
to-
a good impression, Dave.
That
He
was
just
a
has
great
He
impression.
just has
I'm
a
giving
deep
this guy
voice
his
as well. Like,
I'm giving this man his props.
listen,
What a
Was
good
it-
impression.
okay.
You used my voice. I didn't tell you could use my voice. And now I'm going to sue you.
I guess his voice is already deep, so I guess if you want to count that as an impression,
The deepness of his voice has also been called into question as well.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's pretty obvious he got surgery.
What, you don't think he went through second puberty?
No, I don't.
You don't think that happened, bro?
No, not at all.
You've never heard of that happening before? Okay.
Nope, haven't.
Listen, if second puberty is coming, then fuck.
What did he used to sound like?
I
Would
am
be
not
my
looking
main
forward to
question.
that.
Oh, you can find it. I can find it for you.
Like, if you can, go find it. We'll play it on here.
Let's see.
But let's continue while Dave looks.
Should be really easy.
And help content creators pro bono when their freedom of speech is being impeded, but Mario is. And he says Pirate Software's false DMCA takedown notice of idle streaming bonanza was unlawful. I spoke with him. Mario happened upon Ferentino's video talking about the false claim, and did not like that someone with a large and impressionable audience was spreading free speech misinformation. He also did not appreciate the lawsuit bully tactics. I quote, "It pissed me right the fuck off." So Mario reached out to Brandon Ferentino and took him on as a client free of charge. He made a formal demand to Pirate Software's team to withdraw the DMCA takedown notice within 24 hours, and it seems to have worked because the game is back on the Steam marketplace. There is some charity that can be given to Pirate Software. He is a big streamer, and big streamers rely on their mod team to keep things running smoothly, so it's possible he relied on secondhand information in good faith and thought his voice was actually in the game. I reached out to Pirate Software and Chronos for comment on January 24th and 25th, respectively. I will update the article in the Substack if and when either responds. The only thing left currently is seeing if things end here between Pirate Software and the developer. There are consequences for false DMCA takedown notices, but Brandon Ferentino and Mario would have to actively pursue it in court. Ultimately, in these cases, the court fees tend to outweigh the damages, so who knows where this ends up. The two have said they will release a formal statement in about 2 weeks. Thank you for reading, listening, watching. Have a nice day.
Woo, in 2 weeks we're gonna get more of this.
Ooh.
So that's something to look forward to.
By the way, I sent it to Soaring.
Have any of y'all actually watched any of his streams? I think I've only known him from the shorts.
I mean, before
I've
all
watched
this,
the
I
shorts.
watched a few. Usually, as I was going to, because he went weird. He went live at weird times because I was on my overnight kick, and he'd go live early in the morning. So I don't think I actually like paid attention to his stream, but I'd have it on while I was crashing out.
We watched this last time. Yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah, well, you just wanted to hear the voice.
Yeah, let's hear the voice.
It wasn't really that bad of a voice.
This one mighty fine looking
Nerdy,
lesbian.
but nasally.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Welcome to Denver Comic Con. I'm HB Duran for Video Game News Source, and I'm here, guess where? With the games, of course. I'm here with Thor, founder of Pirate Software. How's your show been so far?
It's actually been amazing. It's our first time out here at Denver Comic Con, and there's so many people, and they love the games, so it's been awesome.
Wait, his name
So
isn't
speaking of
actually Thor.
games,
His
what do you
name's
have for us
Jason.
today?
So we have
Thor is
Champions
his
of
middle
Breakfast,
name.
which is-
Or a pseudonym.
It seems.
Hey, look, it's the game.
I don't think that's been brought into question, Dave.
Hold on.
I don't know. I'm gonna start bringing it into question.
He's been pushing that Hearthbound, whatever thing is.
Since 2017.
And what
yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That he's been pushing this game like for like 8 years at this point.
Isn't
And
it
nothing-
still an early release?
Yes, it's still
And
an
it
early
looks- and it-
release.
And it looks like it was made in RPG Maker.
Yes.
It's literally like a reskinned Undertale.
And fuck this.
Undertale
guy.
had
Fuck
more
him.
more content than Hearthbound. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So,
But
Yeah.
that's the voice.
but yeah, that's the take for Pirate Software's new developments. I also heard of some other shit, but it's just like it's more cringe video games.
Bro, he's fucking big.
Are you talking about fuck, I keep forgetting what the name of the space game is. Not No Man's Sky.
Eve Online.
Eve, yes.
Yeah,
Eve
yeah.
Online.
I heard that. I heard about that, but that seems
I had
too.
the same problem last time. Where I
That
couldn't
seems
think of the
way
name
too
of the game.
convoluted for me, and I'm just like, I don't want to even dive into that.
I mean, quick TLDR, the main gist of it is he claimed to be the one to lead this whole thing where they were kind of getting screwed over by the devs, but not really. Where they built in a system that had protections, but they weren't getting a whole lot of money from it. And then some kind of earning report came out and showed how much potential money there was in that area or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't
And
that.
so
or
people
they
started
fixed
coming
it,
and
or-
fighting them.
It-
So they
it
had a
was-
chance to lose their buildings. So other people decided that they were going to burn down all the buildings, and he takes full credit for everything.
based.
Because it was like a really cool moment in gaming history because people decided to permanently destroy their own buildings before it got locked in.
Based.
Gaming
Yeah.
history.
Yeah,
So he tried to take credit for it.
I just know Eve is an autistic game, and I don't want to even dive into MMOs. So
I think Eve would be a fun as hell game, but it would take over your life.
yeah, I mean, it's like playing Warframe. I'm not going to sit here for the next two.
Oh no, it's way
300
more
days.
complex than Warframe. You got like a whole economy that's active, living economy.
Do you not know about Warframe's economy?
I mean, I've played Warframe, and it's
Okay.
not
When was the last time you? Oh,
crazy.
listen.
Yeah. Let's dorking out. Let's get into the content.
Okay.
nah.
okay.
This is content.
This was content, but
Oh my
there's
god.
not enough. There's not enough here. Me and Dave were just going to talk
It's not
about how
nerdy enough to
how
understand it.
Warframe used to be cool and now it's not. Even though
Okay.
I still want to play it, but you know,
I don't really. I get over Warframe pretty
dude,
quick.
I put too many hours in that fucking game. But
I
okay.
basically fully built one mech.
is there anything else we want to talk about
One
with Pirate
frame.
Software? Because I don't really have a lot to say in this one. Now,
I
this
don't
was-
think there's much else.
I just think he's an idiot, and like he can't take a W. He just keeps stacking L's
oh, for
every
sure.
situation.
He's pretty good at using that down facing camera when he streams to make him look less hideous.
I'm assuming he had a slight glow up. He probably lost a lot of that weight.
That hair is massive, bro.
I mean, yeah, when
Boy's
you
got some
when
locks.
we just saw the video game or the streamer awards where he got his award, he doesn't look like that weight's there anymore.
Yeah, and his
Oh,
posture was way better. Like he
That's
has
good for
ultimate
him.
gamer posture here.
You know, like whenever people get big, you know, they do things. You know, like what's his name got new teeth.
Yeah.
Destiny fixed his lisp. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what money does, and
Yeah.
that's what I would do with a shit ton of money. So.
Zerka, is that who you're talking
Yeah,
about? for new teeth?
yeah, yes. Oh, can't even look at that guy anymore.
Listen,
That
no,
dude
we're
had a
just talking about
downfall.
improvements that happen over time when you become bigger. Like you make more money, you start doing stuff to help with the negative aspects or whatever.
I try to say that
Right,
was the
right.
downfall of Zerka, but to be honest, Zerka was never really on top, in my opinion.
Dude, okay. Hot take. I think Zerka could have actually been big if the dude knew how to regulate sometimes. There are moments where it's just like Zerka energy was good. But
Yeah.
there are moments where it was just like, bro, you need to bring it back down a level or two here.
I'm not denying that Zerka had moments, but Zerka was never like. He never showed promise to me. I'll put it that way.
Listen, you didn't like the talks about the Masons? Are you a Mason?
No, he did. That was part of it. Like he would be on a roll, and then somehow he'd start talking about Masons, and it would get convoluted and boring. And it's like, okay, but
Didn't he beat Destiny in a flat Earth or moon landing debate though?
Zerka
I
says
doubt
that. Zerka does say that, but I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't watched that, so
Dominated.
no idea.
listen. If Zerka says it, it's hard to believe sometimes. So I'm just like, I don't know if that's a reliable source to be like, yeah, Destiny got dunked on by Zerka. But hell, what the fuck do I know?
No, Trainwrecks. That's a guy who's gone places.
Yes. Which I didn't think would happen, to be 100% honest.
No.
I didn't
Like-
see that, but you know what? Base.
He capitalized on having a lot of good people around him
Yeah.
that he was able to feed off of. And then he found his niche, which was blowing all of his money gambling.
Or like
But it turned into something huge for him. So,
yeah.
whatever.
XQC never really made sense to me.
Yeah.
Like if I can't make out what you're saying half the time, then I don't know how you could sit there and watch it. But yeah,
XQC is the Zoomer streamer. Just because, like, you don't have to understand what he's saying. It's just the energy that you're watching for.
Okay.
Like the Spurgs, you never know what's coming next.
listen, but then you could just watch someone like Kai that's actually entertaining or something. Like
And then suddenly he starts chewing on his toes or something. It's just a weird.
Yeah,
Like, you don't know what's coming next.
I just don't like French Canadians. It's not problem.
And I think Kai, Sinat, and Speed did kind of copy that and just improved on it.
I think they have their own style, to be 100% honest.
I think they both started out just being that high energy. You never know when I'm going to snap or do something crazy.
They follow more of the like Aiden Ross line.
Maybe. I
Than
didn't really
XQC
follow
was
Aiden
a-
Ross at all, so I don't really know what his vibe was.
Well, like bring on celebrities, you know, all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's the new meta.
Yeah, so. But with that,
Because celebrities are getting more interested in social media, like in live stream stuff, because it has become the new mainstream in
Yeah.
a way.
yeah, that's why when prominent streamers start talking about politics, it can be problematic. Which
Yeah,
leads us to our
I
next
agree.
topic.
Oh no!
Let's go.
All right.
All right. This is Asmongold, guys. He released a video saying our government is retarded.
I don't
So
agree with it.
let's go.
Work at the federal government that do basically nothing. And so Doge is made to get rid of those retards, right? To delete them. And so a lot of people are unhappy about this. Democrats lead a mob of protesters into the USAID headquarters. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch it. Here we go.
As you probably saw, Elon Musk and his crew put a gag order.
But how many windows did they break?
AID.
0. Okay, Smokey. 0.
What a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
How are we going to get anything done if we don't start breaking shit?
We have to start charging like buildings. If otherwise,
Who's
we won't
this
see
old
change.
bastard? This guy should retire.
You don't even know who he is.
Honestly, I don't care. He's the problem. Another white old man in charge of the party.
Listen,
Thinking like this is his fucking moment to save things. Like his fucking people didn't put us here.
listen. I think you're feeling the Asmongold energy, and I'm like, yeah. What up, Bri?
Hi, I'm Dave. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna stick it out though. I'm gonna stick it out and at least watch this.
Yeah, the high on Dave to the chat. That was crazy. I haven't heard you do that. Okay, let's continue the video.
Employees, they disconnected them from email, which is putting lives at risk around the world. So we are here to enter the building and so we can hear firsthand from whoever is here at AID, or at least witness firsthand what is happening with this Elon Musk attempted takeover, which stand. We will prevent.
It already is.
Let's go.
That's why you're outside. Let's go. All right. They're going to try to go inside. Let's see how this is going to go.
But they don't get in.
You're giving me PTSD.
All right. Here it comes. Okay, it looks like they're not. Is anybody really going inside? It's locked. Okay, so I guess they're leaving now? So that one's locked too.
Know how to get it done.
Oh wait, oh no, there we go. There's some of them going in, all right. They're gonna start complaining. Uh-oh, it's open. Uh-oh. Here they come. Here's another one.
Wait, can we pause real quick? Dude, this motherfucker actually thought that the fucking front is just like they're gonna walk through the front door and that don't see them proceeding down that line. It's so dude, sometimes I think people are just too dumb for their own good.
This Republican Party is the rule of law party. There are ways to address this. There are ways to zero out funding. There are ways to review things or change it legislatively.
Yeah, they did that. That's what they're doing.
This is not that way. What's the rationale here?
Well, I'll tell you what the rationale is if the way to
I'd be
do
very
it
interested to know how
legislatively
many
would
people are
work,
listening
then
to
we
this
wouldn't
take
be in the
versus watching
situation
those
that we're
fucking
in.
heads right now.
So
what?
Like, what news network is he commenting on? Are his
CNN.
numbers better than that current news network?
CNN? Probably not.
Really?
Listen, streamers don't get
How
a
many
lot.
people still watch CNN?
Streamers don't get like a shit ton of viewers, and I think Asmon does get like a shit ton, but it's like what is it like 25 to 50, somewhere around there?
Okay.
Or am I mistaken there? Or is he one of the 100,000 people?
I don't know.
But even
He's
then,
up there.
even that's like 100,000 people watching him. Or CNN is like a news network that. Okay, so yeah, like 100K, yeah, somewhere around there.
why are you?
That's like daytime news numbers.
Yeah, but like you're talking about like a news network compared to like streamers have become big, but not necessarily
Almost like news networks.
Not actually like super huge. I think they're just a lot bigger to us because we're on the internet. That I feel like that's creating a bias there where we think these dudes are like super huge, but in reality, they're probably pulling in like maybe 100K people, which is good for streamers. Don't get me wrong, that's a fucking shit ton of people, but it's not going to be anything compared to like a news network. But yeah, we can continue.
Surprised that somebody wants to, and again, this is all legal. The president has discretion ability to do this. It's not like this is fucking random.
God damn it. It is not legal. What he did was not legal. Okay, that money had already been promised out and doled out by Congress. Like that, what he was doing was literally unconstitutional. Like, what up, Mariah?
Look, you asked for permission, not for wait. No, you asked for forgiveness, not permission.
But you're breaking.
I don't think you can ask for either.
But you're breaking the law. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, you're breaking the law.
Where
that money is.
Which one?
When you're breaking the powers of the legislative branch, you're breaking the law, right?
Not if it's not there to stop you.
Because I believe Nixon tried to fight on the same ground, and I think Bill Clinton as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't do this. No president has been able to do this.
Okay, well, Elon did it. He did it. He's doing it. He's got his hands in the cookie jar. What are you going to do about it?
You can set up...
Nothing. You're going to do nothing about it. Esmond has a point here.
No, you can't. That's retarded.
What do you mean?
You can't just fucking use your executive powers to overreach into the legislative power. That's retarded.
But Trump's not doing that, though. That's Elon Musk.
What is Elon doing? He didn't
honestly, honest to God, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're just saying Elon did it, and you don't have anything to back that up. It's just, like, what happened?
He's in there doing it. He's got his 6 employees ravaging through the treasury. Something's good has to come from this.
Nothing. It's literally, they're just an audit firm. That's all they are. Nothing comes from that. They're glorified accountants at the moment. And they can't do anything because it's not within their powers to do anything about it. Unless we fucking just rewrite everything and be like, the legislative power is no longer in charge of this.
Now rewrite it. What are you talking about? We can build an AI to run it. What do you mean? Let's really go all the way.
What are you talking about? I'm saying the Constitution.
Oh, why do you need listen, Skynet needs to run your taxes, not the military. That's Elon's plan.
To run the government.
Skynet. Well, I could agree. But let's continue.
Like, audit it. Yeah, do the whole thing. It doesn't. No, it's not legal. Well, then it's happening either way. And of course they're defending it. Yeah, absolutely. Congress does. Yeah, we'll see about that. Sure seems like they do. And anyway, it wasn't working. So now they're doing it this way instead, and now they're mad.
It is an entity that exists within the executive branch. That's number one. And it has often been at odds with the U.S. State Department. And that's not a good thing. As Marco Rubio said today, everything USAID does, or the bureaucracy does, needs to be aligned with the foreign policy goals of the United States.
That's right.
So putting Rubio in charge of USAID today helps begin to achieve that alignment. I'm actually a supporter of American soft power. That's what we call it, soft power. I believe it's good. I believe it's often been used as a tool to help the United States combat influence from China and other adversaries around the world. But there is a difference between soft power and soft stupidity. So whether you're funding whether you're funding like DEI musicals in some country or transgender surgery somewhere or whatever,
there you go.
That is not what most Americans.
Not what is happening.
That is not what most Americans would say is an effective tool of U.S. foreign policy.
On everything
that
I'm not. USA, I have a whole list right here. I mean, if you want me to forward it to you, I will. But the reality is we have lots of money going to projects that don't do anything for the United States.
Cut those projects. Many governments do that. But why
Welcome to the Republican Party. That's what we're doing.
Why are you trying? Why are you locking people out of their office? Why are you trying to tell people to stop working?
Because the bureaucracy is non-responsive.
Without the accountability of Congress,
add one thing?
Or any
it's hard to believe that someone that added $8 trillion to the U.S. deficit is really even serious about cutting cost. So I don't buy this argument that this is an effort to cut costs and make sure that there's not any government waste.
It's an effort to cut stupidity. These programs, and I could read out the whole list. If you'll give me 60 seconds, I'll read the whole thing. But there is a difference between smart, soft power and dumb spending by left-wing ideologues who inhabit this bureaucracy.
This is the president's efforts to undermine government one agency at a time. He's signing an executive order to get rid of the Department of Education, probably as we speak.
Pause. Yeah, I would say this is a pull for centralization of his powers. But I could be wrong there. Right now, it just kind of feels like he's fishing to see where his lines end, but that's all I can really say.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well.
Because
this is like so egregious if he's like doing all these expecting them to be completely legal.
Yeah,
exactly right. It's like he's been like getting like more and more heavy-handed, and he's like, none of these fuckers have stopped me yet. He's just like, this is like an oligarchy, and still no one has stopped me.
Yeah.
So why not just keep pushing?
That's why I'm just
He's grabbing the
go ahead.
He's grabbing the government by the pussy and seeing if they say no.
Well, for sure. I mean, I think that has been his motto, but I just don't know, like, why people. It's so dumb because they're like, that guy literally was just like, yeah, he spent more, but so what? We spent it better. I'm just like, what the fuck? Is it the goal to spend less?
Yeah, the arguments are like, oh, the ends justify the means. It's like, this is what they've been saying ever since he got into office, was like, we're going to lower costs on everything. And then he's like, you know what? I'm just going to throw on tariffs for no reason because the ends justify the means.
Yes.
Even though day one, we were supposed to bring down the prices of everything.
Listen, I just know the price of eggs hasn't gone down and the Republicans are starting to feel it. Especially with that big Medicare scare last week, I believe.
Yes.
Where the portal shut down because no one knew what the fuck was going on with the federal grant money that he like put a halt to.
Well, and the other thing that is gonna like make this look worse too is I hear a lot of people saying like, well, what are people gonna do about it? We haven't seen anything yet. It's like there is like a plethora of things they're throwing out there that's illegal.
Yeah.
And it takes so much time to do just one thing at a time to go after it. So it's like, it's kind of like making shit up in an argument with a person who has like sources and wants to tell all the facts. It's like, you can just make it up, throw shit at the wall. And they're going to not contradict some of them because they don't have all the answers. To get through it would take hours and hours.
Yeah.
It's like that's why the legal system, it's slow.
I mean, yeah, everyone, all these things have been challenged. Even like if we just look at the tariffs alone, like we saw Canada and fucking Mexico both challenge that shit. It's like, oh well, I'm backing off a bit. I mean, they're not
which somehow people turned into a win for Trump.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I guess it's because there's 10,000 military people on the border on Mexico's side, but there's usually that much. So it just seems like we're not really, nothing was accomplished there. And then when we look at the Canada one, I don't even know what Canada even did.
So my understanding was his purpose for putting it in place, because I don't think technically without like some sort of crisis he could do this by executive order. So I think he was saying that, fentanyl is coming from both of these or all three of these places. So using like fentanyl as, this is why I can do this, and it doesn't have to go through Congress. And it's just like, well, how much fucking fentanyl is Canada sending through? It's like, what? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, I guess you could make the argument that it's being
There's a lot of Chinese in Canada. They're sending it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
It's so funny to see people's arguments change like by the hour, depending on what happens. Now the tariffs were a negotiating tactic.
Yep.
It was like,
Yeah,
how did
clearly.
no one have that point?
What do you mean?
Until they were told that point afterwards. Nobody
I
was
just
saying
feel bad about all the people that defended them for so long, making think it was going to bring back like jobs and everything.
Yeah, dude,
But next month they will. Don't worry.
I
They're
was
coming
at work today
next month
at lunch, and the tariffs got brought up, and there was like 3 people who I work with that are hardcore Trump supporters. Like, will post all day and just talk about all these things that I had to explain what a tariff was to them, and they kept telling me I was wrong. Like, no, you don't understand. They pay these, and I'm just like, for the love of God, no. It's like I've been saying this for fucking months.
Yeah, that's why I was just
Yeah,
kind of
to this day.
I was kind of worried about the retaliatory tariffs on Canada's part and Mexico's part, because I was just like, it just kind of fucks you guys as well. If anything, I would be like targeted increases on price would be fair, but you don't want to any imports just kind of like fuck your country, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just a large degree because we send a lot of food everywhere apparently.
Yes, and the fact that Trump somehow doesn't understand what a trade deficit is.
Yeah,
it's fucking wild to me.
He doesn't need to at this point. Let's be honest.
No, he doesn't. That's what's crazy. Yeah, he could just. I mean, fuck it. It sounds like a bad thing. So just be like, oh, trade deficit bad.
Throw it at the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't,
Well, Tom, I would say that he very much got what he wanted the first time around. He renegotiated the NAFTA and turned it to the U.S. whatever the hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now he's going to top that.
Yeah, I just don't like. I feel like Trump is kind of fighting himself here because he set that in motion and then later on decided to do this, which is super fucking weird. I'm just like, why are we on this line right now?
It's 40 chess, bro. 40 chess.
Do I?
Listen, if it's 40 chess, then he's thinking at a level that no one else is thinking at.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Which, oh god, and then you have people like Asmund saying all this dumb shit. It's just like, oh god damn it.
Is it dumb or is it just misinformed?
It's dumb shit. Okay, here's the thing. Misinformed means that you're only getting resources from like one location, I guess. But I think Asmund has the potential, and I think people like when his chatters corrected him about it being illegal, he was just like, fuck it, based.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's stupid or maybe ignorant.
Yeah,
you could say, but yeah,
it's
like you have a giant platform. I feel like you would take the time to know some of the things you're saying, because he doesn't ever say anything like, well, he does sometimes, but a lot of the times he says it like a fact.
Yeah,
when it's something you can tell he literally has never even like looked into.
Yeah, he just says dumb shit.
Yeah,
and it plays well to a crowd because crowd likes hearing dumb shit.
Isn't that like something that's like, I don't know if he's talked about, like he's speaking it into existence or some shit like that, or...
Well, it's not even about speaking it into existence. The issue is streamers are starting to get some political power, right? When you hear Aiden Ross's name called out in on a like acceptance speech for a president, like I think it's very hard to deny that streamers are starting to permeate other sectors.
Real, that happened.
Yeah, that happened. That's not a thing that did it.
No.
Yeah, but how many people know about
did you see Theo Vaughn fall out of his chair during the inauguration? That's funny.
That was the only good part. That was actual comedy.
But yeah, like if they're permeating like other sectors and now starting to influence like political votings and stuff, because Asmund's crowd can't be like too young, right?
Like, that dude can't even fucking clean his room. What the hell?
That's also something that
I'm
baffles
guessing a
me,
lot of
but-
his viewers can't, so it's probably like, fine. I don't feel like that's probably like. I feel like the basic Asmon viewer probably has like bigger problems than whatever Asmon has going on.
Yeah.
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 Because like, regardless of what you want to say, this is how a millionaire lives. Like, listen, whatever. This is a brave new world. I just live in it.
I've never understood. Yeah, I know that a lot of his viewers came from his WoW days, so I would assume his like crowd is a bit older, and they're probably agreeing. Like, if you look in the chat, his chat right there in like the corner, like people seem to be fucking going down the crazy line at this point. I think, oh my god, I think streamers like this should be held responsible for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're getting more and more influence to the day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, I just, ugh. But let's continue hearing.
Oh, go ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
understand we're on a fast track to idiocracy. I tell you that.
Oh yeah, dude. Mountain Dew.
Dude, after this week, I was literally saying, like, I almost feel like it would be an upgrade to go to idiocracy.
Oh damn.
Rondo is what plants crave.
Listen, all I know is at that point, at least an IQ gets you somewhere.
True.
So.
And Starbucks would be fantastic.
Yeah. So. Couldn't be much worse than this. All right, let's play it though. Let's continue hearing.
It's an effort to undermine our government, one agency at a time.
Who's running the government? I mean, I know you know how this works, but the president's in charge.
Your president is.
You can't undermine your own government. He's in charge of the bureaucracy, and all they're asking for, Phil and everybody else, is for the money that we spend around the world to be aligned with U.S. foreign policy interests. They have put out a long list of programs that have nothing to do with our interests. Why can't we go in and root that out and redirect the money coming from the Secretary of State to the things that matter the most? That's it. That's all they want.
Scott?
Thank fucking God they're getting rid of this shit. Yeah, it is. The guy's 100% reasonable. Absolutely. You can't undermine your own government. Didn't you just say that? Well, he says it doesn't make a lot of logical sense that that's what's happening, right? And so anyway, I'll go ahead. I'll show you guys some of the things that they tried to do, right? $1.5 million. This is the USAID to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workforces and business communities. $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland. $2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam. $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. $32,000 for transgender comic books in Peru. And a $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. Now, if I asked myself, does this serve America's best interests? I think the answer to that is absolutely fucking not. No, it does. We're just taking this as gospel? Yes, I am. I'm taking this from gospel because this is coming directly from the federal government. Unless the federal government is lying about the federal government making bad decisions. So, like, at this point, so who do you think is more of an authority on the federal government? The news source that you listen to or the government itself? Yes, they're all lying. Yes, of course. Yes, all of this is made up. It's all fake. None of it actually happened. It's all just a big it's all just a big conspiracy, guys.
Did he not see Trump
For
say
sure.
that they're spending like $100 million on condoms for Gaza?
Yeah.
Or Hamas the other day?
Yep. And that's like honestly disprovable because it's just like zero was spent on that, dude. Oh my god. This is why
the reaction.
What, y'all are not for
Joe Biden
safe
did
sex
that.
during bomb runs?
You know what? You know how this actually does? That would be in America's interest because you don't want those fuckers reproducing. Let's be honest.
Hey, base.
Yeah. But like, if Joe Biden were to say something like that, dude, there would be an endless fucking coverage on all the like I don't even want to call it independent media, but every fucking podcast.
Well, I blame the left media for covering Trump every fucking seconds, and they fucking normalizing his ass. All the wild shit he says, people just like, oh fuck it, it's just Trump. But
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think the normalization, especially like, I think people have genuinely looked at this motherfucker and been like, either I like him because he's a movie star or
hang on.
Star.
He has a point. People like Trump because he owns the libs, right? And it probably doesn't help that CNN does a fucking 21-minute piece every fucking day about how horrible of a person Donald Trump is. I imagine a conservative gets a stiffy by watching that if they voted for Donald Trump because he owns the libs.
I definitely think that makes sense.
But it's just like, okay, then we have to talk about all the time CNN shit on fucking Biden. Like it's so weird.
The one time?
Not the one time. Multiple times. Like this motherfucker was criticized so highly, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Was it more towards the end though?
Not even towards the end, even at the beginning, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? Because I remember during the first year of the Biden administration, everyone was criticizing him about him doing nothing. Like, that's the whole fucking time everyone was bitching about how Biden's getting nothing accomplished, the economy's in shambles, inflation's at an all-time high, and just shit on him for like. Then when he started doing like border policies, everyone started shitting on him from the left and the right. Like, that man had relentless. So no, I don't think it normalizes talking about Trump. I think Trump has a way about him to get people to like him, but just because he doesn't speak like the natural politician would. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I just think he
has that fucking vibe. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he doesn't speak like a
vibe, and he has that fucking vibe.
Yeah, I just don't think it's normalized by lefties covering it. I don't think that did that. I honestly.
What about desensitizing? What about desensitizing?
Not really. Because here's the thing: if there were
I would also agree with that. Because the thing is, in 2016, a lot of what Trump did, when I saw him in his speeches, I was like, "What the fuck?" But then when I see so much of Donald Trump bombarding me 24/7, no, he's not really a shock to me anymore.
What are you talking about? Okay, so if we talked about birthright citizenship right now, are you be like, "Oh, you know what? That just seems normal."
Yeah, but that's not like what
Donald Trump what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
If I watched a Donald Trump rally now, I would probably be like, "Well, that's pretty."
You get 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes.
Fuck it.
You get 10
you know what?
minutes.
I'm down for that. Yeah, fucking time me, please.
I'm just saying that yes, he was very much talking about this during his fucking shit. Everyone reacted the same way that they are reacting now. It's just. I don't know where this normalization or this trying to normalize it comes from, but it doesn't seem to be the case, because otherwise the libs would have shut up about him a long time ago, and the right would have shut up about him a long time ago. It hasn't been.
Do you know how much money the libs make?
If anything, it's been polarized.
No, their views are going up, bro. Ever since Trump took office, their views are fucking going back up, and they're talking about so like. The problem is the media gets rewarded for covering Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump gets rewarded for the media covering him. So it's Donald Trump is going to continuously do crazier and crazier shit, because the crazier and crazier shit he does, it normalizes the previous crazy shit. Because a year from now, we're going to think about the fact that he tried to tariff Canada in that way, and we're going to be like, yeah, that's pretty normal compared to what he's doing now, since he's actually invading Greenland.
Just imagine the hills though that his successor will have to go through just to fucking
this is not normal
of like this administration.
Yeah, this is not normalized. If anything, it's going to polarize people towards the other side, or being like, fuck that, we never want this to happen again.
Like his own vice president, even though they're all like kissing his butt now, I know in the back of their head they're like, ugh, fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, hang on. Republicans love JD like we loved Kamala. Okay, let's be fucking honest.
What are you talking about? They actually do like him.
Well, after that,
Yeah,
that
just
vice
like we
president
said we were going to make her president, right? Yeah, we voted for her, didn't we? Like, she got a lot of fucking votes at the end of the day.
Yeah, she did, but I'm saying that doesn't mean that we didn't like her, right? Like, you're trying to say that JD Vance isn't well liked in the Republican
they
Party.
had the same likability at the end of the day. Okay, that's the way I view it.
If anything, I think JD Vance has a chance to actually run as president and win, which is fucking sad to me, but
that's actually fucking cursed. Okay.
Yeah, no, like, I think he stands a very good chance, and this man says some off-the-cuff shit. Like, the fucking dog shit, just as an example, is just like, what the fuck just happened? Or grandma needs guns, like...
Yeah, it's fucking... Oh my god.
Like, that's what I'm just like... This man very much stands a chance, and it's because Trump has become so fucking crazy that anyone, upon his reflection from now on, is gonna look like a normal person.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Look,
saying.
it's going to be an interesting decade, okay? It's going to be good.
Like, I think DeSantis very much stood a chance because he was like, okay, this would be like a level-headed Trump, right? Like, that was the talking point for them, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
Okay, I'm making a call for DeSantis right now. DeSantis is the Republicans' Joe Biden, i.e. this motherfucker is going to keep showing up every other election cycle. He's going to keep running for president until he's like fucking 80, and it's going to be like 2060 something, and then we're going to have President DeSantis, and he's going to get one term, and that's it.
I don't know. There could be a humongous.
He is literally, he is the right Joe Biden. Okay, that is what he is.
This man strikes me as someone who's going to have a scandal happen pretty soon. So
yeah, but the left just needs to push Bernie Sanders again. Let's go.
What? There's nothing left to push.
They just
put his bones up there. What do you want us to do?
He's in like if you didn't see him questioning RFK, he's done, dude. Let it be done. Let it go.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
He's gonna snap and go postal.
Listen, like I thought we were trying to move away from dementia and Alzheimer. Why do we want to put another?
No, we need more of it. We need more of it.
No, Bernie will literally burn it all down due to righteous indignation, which he has earned.
I don't think he's.
I think we need a fucking age cap.
Yes,
If we're going to vote in a geriatric old fuck, I'll at least vote for the guy that I know is on the right side of the civil rights movement, okay?
No, well, hopefully technology is enough to where you can put Bernie Sanders' head in a transformer or some shit like that. That'd be cool.
No, the Futurama shit, bro.
What we're doing
Fucking heads in a
Futurama now?
jar.
Is that what we're moving
Wait,
towards?
I thought we were already in the new
Yes,
version of civil
dude.
rights. So
I
yes.
would vote for Nixon. Let's do it. You fucking bring back the
Fuck
EPA.
what? I would not vote for Nixon, dude.
Fucking EPA part, bro. If he would,
You mean the guy
best president for
responsible for,
climate change? Unironically, Nixon would be awesome for climate change.
Nixon and Kissinger were responsible for normalizing trade relations with China. So I mean,
Listen, just because you're good at one thing, like that's like me being like, I want to bring Ronald Reagan back because you know what, his immigration
don't ask
policy
me the other
was
thing
good.
that Kissinger was good at. It
might have been
There's
so much.
He was good at a lot of things. Okay,
there's just so much shit that Ronald Reagan did wrong that I'm just like, I don't want him as president again, even if I had the option.
Listen, Ollie fucked that up. Okay, it was Ollie's fault. He took the blame. It was fine.
It wasn't just that, Swiggy. It wasn't just that. Like, when you have to have a term called Reaganomics that refers to, like, how you fuck up inner cities, like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
You say fuck up, I say Americanize.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Oh.
Are we getting back into the video? Or
let's get back into the video.
But Elon Musk's influence is sweeping throughout the administration. It was late last week that the Doge team showed up at USAID offices in Washington and demanded access. USAID employee Christina Dry described the scene.
The Doge was in the building. We took down our pride flags. I took out any books I felt would be incriminating. no one was talking. We heard they started taking transcripts automatically of all of our Google
They're
Meets.
roaching out, bro.
They unplugged the news in the little kitchen galleys.
Yep.
It didn't feel good, and then Saturday, all of the websites went down, and then I lost complete access to my computer.
Oh my
Complete
god!
access computer. Yes.
Am I the only one
You've been
that finds
captured.
this
When did you
funny?
believe everything once?
What?
No, he's literally doing what he did to freaking that one company. He just started yanking out everything.
Yeah,
this is exactly what he did with Twitter, except now he's doing it to the U.S. government. I almost think this is what he would do. You know what? I wish I could tell Dave that this is exactly how he was going to do it, because we would agree on this, because it's almost like he's doing exactly well. Now, did he? I just have to know, did he interview every single one of those employees and give them like 5 minutes to explain what they do there, or did he just decide to forgo that?
No. John, here's the kicker on top of everything. Donald Trump.
He didn't do that.
His administration sent out an email to any government worker working from home that if you
That's just fucked up.
Yeah, if you could, if you want to retire right now, we'll pay you up until September, and you just have to retire by the 6th, which is 2 days from now. So
yeah, you got until the 6th, but if you don't take it by the 6th and they terminate you, well, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah,
because they just simply said we're downsizing, so no one knows who's getting fired.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that did get DEI hires, so it's basically assumed you're fucking gone if you were under any DEI eligibility or anything.
Explain that to me, because like,
no, that's the thing, right? So where do we limit that?
So like that's the thing. Like, where do you find the line? Like, what if I was super qualified, but I'm Hispanic, right? So
well, tough shit, you're black, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
Like, it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then like, what about women and cripple? And like, this to me, this is very important. Is a white man as a cripple more important than a white woman?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going back to
damn it. I'm stuck with my governor.
Okay, we're going back to Mad Men.
The order, like Mad Men? The order is race, then gender, then disabilities.
And white man on top as king.
And I feel like they're if they get their way totally, they're gonna like send off a lot of government functions to India or some shit to save money.
Yeah, no, that would be stupid. I think Elon's planning to replace it with AI. If he was actually planning, that's fine. But like, if we actually did outsource jobs to other countries, that would be hilarious.
Outsource what? Outsource government jobs to other countries? What are you talking about? That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard.
Let's just do it,
bro. They're already sending in a Doge thing into the government right now. Like, but we're not far off, bro.
But outsourcing your government to another government is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like,
well, then maybe they do it better.
Libertarian concept I've ever heard.
What if they do it?
That's not even libertarian. That's
the most libertarian. I sourced my government to another.
That's the most capitalist thing I've ever seen.
That is capitalism at its finest, to be 100% honest.
Bro, fucking America's going to be
all you fucking Americans that have a job in the government, fuck you. Other foreigners have your jobs now.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should just outsource the presidency to China or something.
Wait, hang on. We're bringing back the factories and we're eliminating the government jobs and we're sending those overseas. I understand now.
No, we're not outsourcing the government of the presidency to China. We're outsourcing it to Russia.
Oh, gotcha.
We outsourced our fact checkers to China and Russia.
Also, what up, Carney?
Future sounds based. I like this.
Okay, let's continue Asmon's terrible takes.
You do understand he's trolling most of the time, right?
Dude, no.
Don't trust anything this man says.
Oh my
He's
God.
a walking contradiction, okay? Don't trust anything.
He's a walking contradiction, but he's not trolling.
Yeah, he's not trolling.
No. If you think he's not trolling, I can show you his video of watching Bernie Sanders talk about shit.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know, everything he's big. Maybe he's just completely psychotic and he doesn't realize every other word he says is a contradiction to his ideology.
Maybe that's it.
Well,
Wait, is he like-
I'm pretty sure he's trolling. Okay, I'm not, because even he said, "Yeah, I'm trolling," and he's even openly said, like, "I'm grifting." Okay, that's the crazy thing. Like, there's clips of Asmund saying, "I'm grifting." All right,
for sure. But listen, watch his chat. Like the chat's like you could see it here.
Oh no, the chat is insane. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's the part
I
that's
think he's
important.
doing a psyop. Okay, I honestly think he's doing a psyop, and one day he's just gonna pop out and be like, "Hey guys, this is what I've been doing."
No, because he did this during the Birdie Bros years as well. Like, I understand what you're saying, Amy. It's because I have heard the clips of him talking about Bernie in very positive light.
Well, okay,
and being like,
he's
this makes sense.
been acting retarded, right? But he started acting super duper extra retarded after Nikocado Avocado came out as like he was like skinny and he was working out secretly. After that, when that happened, like Asmund was deeply impressed. And I realized right after that, Asmund went from basically being like middle of the road on everything, just middle of the road centrist, never taking any position, to like all of a sudden insane far right out of nowhere.
What are you talking about?
So
really quick. No,
and then there's also the fact that like he talked about the fact that he was like trying to befriend Elon Musk on Twitter for the reason of he wanted a free rocket shuttle into a rocket ride into space.
Okay.
Right? And he wanted to live stream that.
Let Rye go because he's been wanting to say something.
Oh,
Let's
fuck.
go.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I don't feel like I had a question to ask, but
if you think he's trolling or not, I don't know.
I think he's basically doing a Joe Rogan. Whoever's like whoever's in front of him at the moment, he just nods and goes, "Oh yeah, yeah," and he's like wants to lean more towards conspiracies because it's like a little bit sexier and gets more attention and whatnot. I don't think it's like a conscious, I'm going to do this to get this audience.
Yeah,
like I
somebody said
he's trolling.
What Wood says he went far right because he got banned on Twitch. What do y'all think of that?
I don't know.
No, he was already going insane. Far
yeah,
right
yeah,
the ban.
because the shit he said
Like,
about
he got banned
Palestine
because of that.
was kind of crazy, and I was just like, "Ooh, that's a tough take." It's a base take, but it's a tough take.
Yo, that was a crazy ass take.
I mean,
Motherfuckers
far right is
freaking
in.
out.
They said far right is in. It has been gold, and that's anti-conspirian, and it sells.
Yeah, the Young Turks was the one that I find super strange in all this. Honestly, I did not expect that shit. I did not expect this shit. They've been so fucking crazy on the left for so long, and then now they're just like, yeah, we just kind of listen to them. They obviously don't want
But hang on, no. The thing is, they're basically saying the same shit though. Like the overall message hasn't changed that much if you really listen to it.
What are you talking about?
It's still the same. It cut on the Young Turks right now. All right,
listen,
it's still the same. Dog
I have
shit,
heard
woke bullshit. Okay?
I have heard Czech be more fucking critical of Biden than I have of Trump, and that's crazy already.
Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. I was going to say, Nikocado Avocado, do you really think he was working out or that motherfucker was on Ozempic?
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozempic, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of both, but...
Do you think he was wearing a fat suit in any of those videos?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
It would be too noticeable, I feel like.
For sure.
But I don't know. I just think I don't think that people will say when this is a grift. It's just like I think you really mean a lot of the shit you're saying. You just don't want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna put my full fucking foot up there.
He still wants the ability to back out.
Yeah, it's just like the plausible deniability shit, where it's like I can be like, oh, I was just doing shit. It's like the Alex Jones shit. Whenever he gets caught, I was just acting. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Oh god, yeah.
Like Alex Jones definitely believes like 99% of the things he says. I don't care what anyone tries to convince me of. Like this man believes it.
I want to know what broke his brain, because he used to be very fucking left leaning. Is the crazy thing.
Well, Alex Jones.
When it came down to like a lot of his actual
Society?
prescriptions, they weren't psychotic. So when it came down to Alex Jones, he used to be more of the anti-government, anti-big business, help people out. And now, after the Tea Party, that completely changed.
Yeah, he used to be more libertarian, I believe, and now he's
he became more business oriented.
Now he's in like the position where he's going to be like, you should eat your neighbors.
Tails all the time.
Well, like kind of a populist too, which I feel like a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like,
I don't.
Very populist.
I would say that I don't know, because like there seems to be some stuff from the Bush administration that it seems like he was in a position that he was reasonable at some point, but I don't know. When you start saying shit like I should eat my neighbors, then I don't know where the fuck you are anymore.
No, that's not what he said. He said I wanted to eat leftist ass. Wait, did I? Oh,
that sounds more sexual than anything, but
no, like
he did. That's what I took it.
He
as.
legitimately thought the world was going to come to an end if Biden got elected.
I will eat your leftist ass. It's like, jeez, okay, bud.
It was going to eat.
I mean,
if we're going to eat people,
it's a little weird, Alex.
I mean, that's the good logical follow through. You know, the world comes to the end, we start eating each other.
Yeah, I guess, but it's
This is now my time to pitch a South Korean drama by the name of Cannibal. I don't know if it's available to watch yet, but it's based on a manga that I really like, and it has to do with cannibals in a small Japanese town.
You literally just called someone a furry before we started talking about this. I don't think you should be bringing up anime, dude.
What about it? It's space. Listen, if it's good enough to turn it into a South Korean drama, that means that it's good enough for you to watch. I didn't say watch the anime. I said watch the fucking South Korea drama.
I'd rather.
Moving on with the video. Let's get play.
Okay.
Anti-DEI, huh, Avius? Figures.
Fucking absolutely. I'm a white man.
Listen, let's continue the video.
Musk's influence. Bro, you actually think this is fake? Like, really, like, these are people, like, I've seen this happen to the culture over the last 10 years. Like, how can you watch, like, that Democratic chair convention and then see this happen, and then the first thing you think to yourself is, no, this isn't happening. It's so obviously fucking happening, it's unreal. It's completely fucking obvious. They're the ones that are drinking the Kool-Aid. This is the thing, and I can even show you. This is temporary asthma and overblown. Of course it's going to be temporary, because after the problem's solved, then you won't need to solve it again. Doesn't that make sense?
Elon Musk, you didn't create U.S. aid. The United States Congress did for the American people.
That's why they're putting on, gender plays in Ireland. That's right.
Or condoms in Gaza.
Yeah,
that's
for
condoms in Gaza.
That was the DEI play. God, you can't even remember what's happening.
Okay, let it keep playing. I'm gonna let him keep talking. I just hate these.
He doesn't have the power to destroy it, and who's gonna stop him? We are. We're gonna stop him.
So inspired.
Elon Musk, you may have illegally seized power over the financial payment systems of the United States Department of Treasury, but you don't control the money.
Oh God,
of the
this is Jamie Raskin.
The United States Congress.
He looks
does
like dog
that.
shit here.
Under Article 1 of the Constitution.
Everything's going downhill? Yeah, for sure.
And just like the president, who is elected to something, cannot impound the money of the people, we don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk. And that's going to become real clear.
And this is so yeah, all these guys are getting fired. That's it. Yeah, he's an advisor and a helper. These people are beyond retarded. Well, they're trying to make the argument that because Elon Musk is involved in this, it's like some sort of oligarchy or like plutocracy, which is like, to a degree, it's true. But like, I mean, you played this game for 100 years, somebody else plays it for 2 weeks, and now you're acting like the system's rigged. Well, guess what? I wonder how it got that way, So, Elon Musk is government employee.
Wait.
Yeah, this is This is putting
It's
off alarm
moments like
sirens.
that
in
is
my...
why I say he's
Okay.
trolling.
I'm gonna
okay?
make this. He's a paid shill. Is he a paid shill? When did he become a paid shill?
That's what I'm saying, okay? And he's
Lieutenant
also talked about how
2.0.
like he secretly has contacts with like so many people on the right
He
wing.
he just hit all the Russia buttons, like the way that they, like I.
Look into his
how would I
if
say
he
this?
didn't
Oh, God,
fund
it's
about
Tenet Media.
Yeah, Tenet Media, bro.
That's exactly what I was about. That's exactly what this shit is reminding me of a little bit. And that could be my own paranoia, but like some of these phrases, some of these sayings, or some of this before, you just gotta make things wrong.
Honestly, I'm just kind of
Yeah, it-
disappointed on how fast you can brainwash a populace so quickly. It's like, what the... I bet you a year ago, no one knew what the fuck DEI was, or how it worked, or why it was included in shit.
Everybody knew what DEI was a year ago.
What is DEI? I don't know.
It was critical race theory.
It's not critical race
And then we
theory.
called it DEI to make it more ambiguous.
It's not critical race theory, dude. Jesus Christ.
But that was the first boogeyman, wasn't it? And then DEI branched out into the bigger boogeyman because critical race theory was too much of like a nuanced like specificity.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention, so it's okay. That's where this DEI bullshit came from. Okay.
Yeah.
First, it was attack on critical race theory. Then once they won that battle, they decided to move on to DEI. And now, since like the whole idea of like education in general or whatever that had to do with critical race theory, like, and from there, I guess the Department of Education was next. Why not?
Well, critical race theory was like a college.
Yeah, we're just
thing.
gonna get rid of that entire thing.
This shit.
We'll focus on that later.
This shit doesn't make sense to me because I don't know how you even track DI hires. Like you're basically gonna be like, if your skin color is different or you're a woman.
Oh, I can taste.
You're out. Like that's basically what it.
Look,
It's like, you think it's gonna be that difficult?
From now on, write white on your applications, okay?
Yeah.
No, could
just lie. I would honestly just lie. Just lie.
Look, just
no one cares.
Just keep track of the statistics after there's like if there's like a DEI purge of like the amount of fucking minorities that get fired.
I mean, is that not what this is about?
Dude, that's basically. Oh, and him blaming the air traffic controllers on that shit. I was just like, what the is actually happening anymore?
Oh, do we want to talk about that?
I mean, we can. Everything is available. But I just think I think this is the boogeyman that they're chasing this time, and it's just like, okay.
Usually.
But I don't know. There's not a lot that I can say about this that isn't just this is stupid on the face. This is stupid in concept. I just don't understand how people don't see this as stupid.
I mean, this is just chilling for Elon.
Yeah,
he wants to go to
basically.
space. This is the man that wants to go to
yeah.
space, and like that's fine. If he wants to have this, like, listen. If I wanted to go to space real bad and I shilled for a guy and I got to go to space, I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to consider this time. This is time well spent for Asmongold.
Yeah. This is his way into the rocket. Okay.
This man is just getting W after W right now, and that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
If he gets a fucking rocket ship, I swear to God, I'm turning right wing.
Why? Why do you have to turn right wing? Just
Getting a
because
fucking
Asmongold
rocket
gets a
ship.
rocket
That's why.
ship?
Okay, I already
Hey,
have the wife and kids. I'll get the nice
Look,
ass.
if a rocket ship is all it takes to like,
Avis,
I'll
I
be
think
like,
you're
come on, dude.
there. You just don't know it yet.
Fucking base. There we go. Sean's looking out.
All right, let's continue the video.
Yeah, it's that simple. And so anyway, this is the other one. All right, let's watch this. And a lot of people have been negative, very, very negative about this.
This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed. Which,
oh no, it's mom.
I think she learned that from Kamala Harris.
Okay.
you know, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on
Wow,
TV.
good one.
Anyways, all of that is to say
Yeah.
is that they don't do their homework. Clearly, like, they're putting 19-year-olds in at the Treasury. This dude
Yeah.
is not smart. And
Yeah, and by the way, this is actually true. They're putting like 19 to 22-year-old like 4chan users in charge of the federal government. That's right.
To be fair, they're about 20,
right
but none of them are over 30.
And the
Can we
danger
fact
in,
check that?
in the
We
lack
can.
of intelligence.
This is
Do we need
part
a
of the
fact
reason
check?
why the government is going to start prosecuting people on Reddit.
Oh my god.
Dude,
We can
that-
talk about that.
Honestly,
We'll get
based.
to that after
based, honestly, based. If they're gonna do that, fuck it.
We're going after Redditors? What the fuck?
Let's go after the
Okay,
Redditors.
so-
Let's go after the
Small.
4chan.
Listen, I don't like talking about Reddit a lot. My association with it is tedious at best. But if you guys don't know, our white people Twitter, which is a more popular subreddit, got shut down because it named the people that were helping Elon shut down the government, and Elon didn't like that. So they had the Department of Justice contact Reddit, and Reddit banned the site for 72 hours.
Well,
Dang.
no, they're banned on all other sites. That's what's happened.
I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that Reddit has banned Twitter from.
Yeah, if your email is associated to the same Reddit account that was in that whatever, then you are not allowed on X or like a bunch of other shit.
And this is a very important side note that everyone needs to understand. This follows a week of all of Reddit and subreddits coming together and banning Twitter links altogether.
Yep.
So I just feel like this is the last straw for
I
Elon.
have to ask the questions like what steps are Elon skipping to be able to even enforce this shit? Like, what did they even do wrong? Like, I'm curious.
Asking permission.
I posted an article in the side chat that kind of touches on a little bit of it, but
There's like a 30-day notice for sure. He can't just start firing people. And there's a lot of regulations to government, guys. Like, it's not, you can't just go in there and like cut the fat as fast as you want, right? Which is why that email was
No,
pretty
it's just like
egregious.
labor in general. You can't, even if it was just normal jobs, you can't just fire motherfuckers like Elon is doing. That's why he got into shit with Twitter.
Well, it depends. Like, if you're in a right to work state, then you can be fired.
Okay,
for
true.
whatever
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can literally say fuck you.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just
I mean,
like, there's just the federal government has a lot of red tape. We all know that it is like literally bureaucracy at its finest, and it's just never. There's no easy way of like trimming all that down without like violating some rules, unless you're just gonna sit there for the next 4 years trying to figure this all out.
No, he's going to have a robot do that.
And then
AI.
And then you also have to consider that budgets are being approved by Congress, not through that branch or whatever the fuck.
I swear to God, if
that
the people
thing
that are
is at
helping
this
him
point,
use DeepSeek fucking change our government. That would be the funniest thing I'd ever heard.
No, they're using Grok.
But yeah, it's just there's not a lot to the legalities of it. It's just it's pretty plain and simple. Like, if that's why Trump got so much criticism for those emails. It's just like, oh no. And then why senators got mad because he can't guarantee a salary until September. That literally, the guy saying we're wasting money wants to pay people 6 months of fucking salary for doing nothing because he wants to fill in the seats for the people he wants. It's ugh. But hey, this is the world we're living in right now. So,
Wait, hang on. Were you talking about fill it with people he wants?
Yeah, he would be.
We're talking the EPA. It's just there is no filling those positions once they're gone.
Oh yes, there is. Like,
okay, critical positions in the EPA absolutely will be reinstated. However, when he says trim the fat, they're trimming the fat. And they're also going to be trimming the fat of OSHA, which gives me fucking chills to think about. But you know what? Who cares if a few factory
oh no,
workers die,
deregulation is something that they've always stood for. It's just like, it's so dumb. Where it's just like, yeah,
they're gonna rip the bones from the flesh.
I enjoy a capitalist society, but fuck, dude, I want some level of regulation.
This is what it looks like when you rip the bone out and then the skin just falls out.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put the skin back on around the bones, you build a robot to do it.
Look, we're getting super capitalism. It's going to be based, and by super capitalism, I mean oligarchy.
Getting hungry.
Well, it's unchecked capitalism, and I don't want to get near that. Because unchecked capitalism is as bad as any other fucking thing that they talk about, like socialism or communism. Anything goes unchecked, it just becomes...
Hang on, I would say it's worse, because at some point we will get indentured servants again.
That could happen in socialism. It's not impossible.
Yeah, but at least they
Happening
give
right now.
you your apartment, right? You have an illusion that you're equal.
I guess.
Being a wage slave is an indentured servitude.
Is it?
Let's get back to AOC chastising me.
Yeah, let's go watch AOC say things.
And the lack of
expertise
that Elon has. I mean, this guy is one
It's funny because didn't people use these same arguments to say not to vote for her whenever she first ran for office because she was so young?
most morally vacant, but also just least knowledgeable about these systems that we really know of.
Yeah, you don't.
But the point
yeah.
is that
Wait, what was that?
That Elon has. I mean, this guy is one of the most morally vacant, but also just least knowledgeable about these systems that we really know of.
Right.
But the point is,
it's a big meanie.
What that means is that they're going to hit.
Oh my God, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Inevitably, they are going to hit.
Please
a button,
don't do into
and
AOC.
things can go sideways.
Yep, that's what people voted for.
You should have said that.
And so anyway, there's been a lot of people that are criticizing young, inexperienced engineers aiding Elon Musk's government takeover. Engineers between 19 and 24, most linked to Musk's companies are playing a key role as he seizes control of federal infrastructure. And so you have a bunch of these random guys. Yes, these right here are these are the four horsemen of the fat, retarded federal government worker apocalypse. And they've been having a really bad time. They brought in the 4chan users, they brought in the gamers, and it's been bad for them. And so anyway, here's one of the people that they think is a stupid person who doesn't know anything, and you know, who is this guy? Why would you put this guy in charge of anything? Here's a video about one of them, okay?
Wait, pause. Why are we putting fucking engineers in charge of the economy?
I've got no fucking.
What the fuck?
Listen. Once you put the engineer algorithm into the AI machine, it'll be done. Okay.
Listen.
That's for the robot to figure out.
As an engineer, this is some bullshit. What? Why are we in charge?
You're going to the treasury, okay? Good luck.
I'm sorry that you weren't talking to the right fucking people. Okay.
No, I would not want that responsibility.
This
what
could
the
be
fuck?
you. This could actually be you, but
no,
brown.
Fuck that shit, dude. What? I am not an accountant.
I don't know.
That's different.
But you could be.
It's different.
Listen,
math.
let me ask you a question. I'm going to tell you right now. What do you need to tell them to get there, and then just be like, "Yeah, I did it."
Like,
that's all you got to do.
If he was,
I don't know if you have to do
if
anything.
he was
just
bringing
tell
in
them you
like
did something.
19-year-old,
I deleted
like,
everything. Yeah, I got rid of it. I deleted it. It's gone.
If he was
no problem, boss.
If he was bringing in like 19 to 20-year-old like mathematicians, then I'd be like, "Paste, okay, let's get something done." But these are fucking. This is a software engineer. What the fuck is a software engineer going to be? What?
He's going to make the software the way to go.
Yeah, they use Grok, bro. We got it.
Oh, Jesus, it's going to be something. I'm sure that there's a plan.
Yeah.
This is all being purposely obfuscated so that our enemies don't. Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
There's a plan. Okay.
It's a big.
This is fate. Listen, right now, this scheme is in phase 2, and if you know, you know.
Dude, it sounds like
Could this, go ahead.
It sounds like Asmund actually wants Idiocracy to happen. Like, he's like, let's put the
Listen,
gamers in
we've
there.
already been
He's
over
just
this.
like,
This man is going to say whatever he can to go to space. I'm settled on that. That we're done with that part. Asmund has sold out for space, and I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty awesome. I can respect that.
Yeah, I don't want my government to be fucked up because of some dude wanting to go to space. Like, I'm good.
Okay, well, move.
That's not even the worst thing that's happened this year.
What do you mean? This isn't even a thing that's happened this year if we honestly want to weigh it.
True.
What were you gonna say, one?
Oh, I done forgot.
Okay. Let's continue playing this. These software engineers talking about how they're gonna fix our government.
Oh, I remember now.
So I've always been interested in history. Growing up, I learned Latin. I was never that good at it, but I was always kind of.
Of course, there's a lot of
nepotism
nepotism
a lot about
hires.
the Roman Empire and things.
Like these are
And
the
one day I
kids
was
of like
just listening to a
Elon Musk
podcast back in March. It was with Nat Friedman. He just kind of got on the podcast, explained like there are these burnt up scrolls that were buried in the Pompeii eruption. No one knows how to read them, but some professors have created CT scans of these scrolls, and they uploaded the data on the internet as a competition to see who could find writing inside of these scrolls. And when I heard that, I was just immediately like, oh my goodness, this is such a cool project.
And you can see why they're worried. This guy won the grand prize for deciphering scrolls that got destroyed by a volcano.
Oh my
Anything
god.
to do with the economy?
Oh my god. He's like, smart guy, must be good at mathematics.
Bro,
There's no teach us.
dude.
They'll teach us the Bible too.
Dude, this is Idiocracy. That he is unironically doing the thing where high IQ person, government.
Well, he did tell us not to use Gatorade for the plant, so.
Listen, it was always
And
my
these
impression
people
it's Mountain
actually
Dew.
have the arrogance to think that he can't figure out a federal government ledger.
Work on this. I just went home from
I don't
work
know
that
if that's
day at the end of the
arrogant.
day, and I've been working on it evenings and weekends ever since. I run most of the things from my laptop.
I think it might be arrogance to think you can figure it out
But then I've
easily.
just got like 5 surplus computers in here. This is what I do most of my work from. The Rake School and just the University of Nebraska as a whole has provided a great educational background where I can then, take these skills.
Yeah, I can't be mad at Asmongold, but yeah, Elon scares the shit out of me.
Two
We'll see
unrelated
what.
things.
But honestly, I could be just paranoid.
No.
It'll be fine.
I think that most of the time,
No
people
reason
who are
to-
competent in one thing are probably going to be
Sure, Margaret.
competent in a lot of other
You're not
things too.
Asmongold for president, bro.
And one thing I've learned, so like we had this in
Well,
like,
if it's
so
between
this
him
is,
and
this
Elon,
is one
it'll be
issue that like
Asmongold.
we had in like WoW guilds, is that like we had
And
people
I don't think
that were,
anyone
like,
can argue
really
with me
bad
on that
tanks
choice.
or really bad healers, and we thought like, oh, we'll just swap them to another role, and then they'll get
mean,
better,
Asmund
right? And they'll
supports
just
my
be better at this
policy,
other
so
role. No, it
I'm
turns
good.
out some people are just retarded. They're just bad, and it doesn't matter what role you put them in, they're going to be garbage. And then there's other people that it doesn't matter what role that you put them in, they're going to be the top performer in that role.
Okay, he's retarded. He's actually retarded.
I just
Like if
spend
they're white.
hours upon
Like
hours
he's actually
staring at-
retarded. There's no. Oh my god, the logic there is so fucking messed up. It's like, yeah, he's good at software engineering, so he must understand how a national ledger works and how a national budget needs to be balanced.
Hey, Hornet, do you know how a national ledger works?
No, I wouldn't even remotely try to put myself close to that.
Well,
What if it's just
first of all,
spreadsheet?
yeah, he's right. An accountant is probably who you want to talk to.
Yeah, like, and I don't even think you could get an average accountant. You would have to be looking for like top
Listen,
tier accountants.
Let me ask you a question.
And if that's what we were
instead
doing,
of
then
an
it's
army of
fine.
accountants, what about 6 college students with Excel?
Oh god.
That may be the situation right now.
This
We're
I just want to
This
say
isn't-
membership.
this
whatever
is like,
Deep Seeker ChatGPT's version of Excel is now. I'm sure it'll be fine.
this is like basically being like, okay, so And I hate that he compares it
How
to
do I
like,
balance the
fucking
budget?
WoW.
ChatGPT.
But yeah, if someone's good at fucking tanking, doesn't mean they're going to be good at something else.
Listen, I don't appreciate. We already talked about pirate software. Okay.
Like a good tank isn't going to be a good mage. Like that doesn't make sense. That should translate to him, but it
What if
doesn't.
they play StarCraft?
Oh, I don't even know if I want to. Well, we know he's not playing GTA because he doesn't play that because you kill policemen.
Listen,
Asmund does, but Elon doesn't.
Yeah.
So Asmund's okay with killing police. That's kind of based.
We can continue. I just, God damn.
I just want to say one thing.
What the fuck is that keyboard? This is he's an.
Oh, I just got to head
This
out.
is a piece of.
Okay.
So see you later, guys. Bye, chat. Like and
Bye-bye, baby. We'll
subscribe.
miss you.
Later.
Catch you later, man.
Of art. It's one of the most famous pieces of Japanese art. It's called The Big Wave by Hakusai. The guy also drew hentai in like the 1500s or something.
Where
like
the
that.
fuck are we at in the storyline? I'm lost.
Hentai.
And the back of it is Starry Night by
He said
Vincent Van
hentai.
Gogh.
I told you this with him. This always ends with anime.
This, trying to find these patterns, which
One
are
of the Impressionist painters.
part of the writing. At the start of the challenge, we had not been able to find any writing at all within these scrolls. There are hundreds
So
of these
what the
scrolls
fuck is
that
the
are from
keyboard? That's
mansion.
it.
We've scanned a
keyboard
couple
is?
of them, and no one had been able to find any writing in
Yeah.
them using these methods. Late one Saturday night, I was sitting at a party at a friend's house in Omaha, and I get a text from another person on the
I am
challenge
also
team, and he
gonna
says,
head
"Hey,
out.
I've just
All right,
uploaded
Brian.
this new kind of piece of."
You have a good one. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Talk to you guys later.
All right. See you.
Goodbye.
Of the scroll, you should take a look at it. I remotely access my computer. I type into it like, "Please run the algorithm on this new piece of scroll," and then I just kind of started. I pull out my phone again, just nonchalantly, like, "Hey, I wonder how that went." And there are 3 Greek letters on the screen, letters I'd never seen before. It was really.
This is the person that they think can't figure out how to read the federal government ledgers. Yeah. This guy can't. It's impossible. You can never figure it out.
Cool, because it's like, oh my goodness, like we actually detected
Yeah.
new writing in the scrolls using AI. That was the moment I realized, like, this is actually going to work. Like we're probably going to read.
You
the
can
scrolls.
see why they're
and I
worried.
completely freaked out. My friends were there, and I was cheering, jumping up
Yeah.
and down, screaming, crying, all the stuff. I
would be
took a
worried
picture of
too.
the results and I sent them to my mom. She called me and she's like, "Hey, these look great," It was a really special moment. Yeah, so this is the word that I actually found. It's right here. It's the word prophoros, which translates to purple. It's the first word we found in the scrolls. It was reviewed by a committee of kind of Greek scholars, but it's the
Which,
word.
by the way, there's a lot of subtext to that. Purple is, in a lot of cultures, the last discovered color because of how infrequently it occurs in nature. And so it implies that the culture that these scrolls were received in was very advanced. It was for rich people, yes. That's a very important letter. Like, of any word to have exists, purple is an important one.
I'm losing brain cells.
The word in or the or and that we found first. We actually found
Maybe Avius is right. Maybe he's just trolling
like
and he's
snails.
fucking retarded.
Yeah,
honestly,
like holy shit.
It's either this
I
guy
feel
has
rage baited.
60 IQ or
Dude, it's all rage bait. Like, go back,
Or
watch
it's
him like in
fucking has to be.
2022. He's literally
Like, is
not
he trying to
only
get me to
is he
watch him?
rage baiting, he told us he was
Does I
going to do
quit?
this.
Because it's working. I might watch him now. This is insane.
Yeah, dude. I
didn't realize this is what it was like now.
Okay.
This is actual dumb shit. Oh god, my brain is hurting.
Maybe, you were talking about the next Alex Jones. Maybe we're looking at him.
Fucking bitch.
Why not? Why not? You know what?
They're from the
Yeah.
same town.
Same place. Pretty close. Austin, Rockwall, pretty much the same place. Yeah, I'd be okay with this.
Yeah.
He has my
Well, I
blessing.
thought Alex was from Austin.
Rockwall. Which is pretty close, but not like super close. We could talk about Alex for hours, so we need to keep watching this.
Yeah.
possible without modern AI and modern scanning techniques. People have wanted to read these books for hundreds of years, and this seems like the only way that's where it's really possible to do that. Now we're reading entire paragraphs from the scrolls.
Wow.
Hopefully we'll be able to read the entire book and read the hundreds of other books that were buried in this condition as well. When we found this first word, we went public with it. And I think everyone has been very pleasantly surprised by the amount of attention it's gotten. As a college student, it's definitely been overwhelming in the best way possible, but it's been really cool to get to kind of, talk about my findings and, share what I want to do in the future with so many people. So it's been overwhelming in the best possible way.
I like the idea.
The University
of
of Nebraska does really
AI to go through and collect all of the bank statements of America.
Yeah,
I find that humorous.
Let's put everything into a fucking database,
dude, that is going to be one hell of a fucking database.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
You know how expensive that would be to build? Fuck.
No.
I don't even want to think about
I'm gonna tell you right
SQL that would be
Elon
involved
Musk is
with
gonna
that.
do it with 6 people. If he hires any more, I'm gonna get pissed.
Okay, realistically, how the fuck would you even build that? How the
Realistically-
fuck do you even scale
That's
that?
what he's getting.
Realistically, I don't know. There's just you would
have to create a new programming language.
Well, good thing they're
It's
trying to
not
build
even about the
DeepSeek, 'cause
language.
I feel like that's going to be used
here's the thing:
heavily.
you need so much processing power that I don't know if we have anything available to basically run out of budget through AI for the entire nation's spending.
No. Do we have anything secure enough to do that? Fuck. Whether it's powerful enough, do we have anything that's actually secure enough to do something like that?
Oh, secure? Yeah, you just keep it off on offline servers.
What I mean by secure, I mean I would not want to build that out of fucking AWS servers, right? I wouldn't want to build that the same way you would build an enterprise machine, because an enterprise machine can be reverse engineered and hacked, and you can tear everything out of it,
but
and you can't risk that with federal government.
The thing is, these would be offline things, so basically it'd be filling. You would have to fill everything in.
How would it be offline if these motherfuckers are trying to collect every fucking bank ledger of the United States in one AI, bro? It has to be online.
No, it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. You can't make it online because otherwise you create that risk. That security risk is very much easy to fucking gain access to.
Okay,
obviously,
at least you see where I'm coming from.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, the logical thing would be to keep those kinds of the nation's budget's
Hornet.
there.
Are we talking about logic right now? Or are we talking about a guy that's going to be creating an AI to go through all of the government ledgers?
Listen, it seems like this is what Asmon's trying to imply, so logically it's just not feasible. So that's all I'm saying.
What do you mean it's not feasible? Why is it not feasible?
Because it requires way too much processing power, it requires way too much security. There's just so much an infrastructure like that would basically be first of its kind.
So what are the chances that you guys realize it and then Elon comes back? Well, my first assessment is, and then we'll never hear about these guys again, and then he hires a whole bunch of more fucking people.
I don't know.
It's gonna be fun.
It just seems like this is a bunch of people that don't know how shit works being like, let's figure out how shit works.
Listen, this kid, he seems nice. He found the color purple and the fucking...
Yeah, you found the color purple, bro.
He found DEI in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Holy shit.
I don't know about that. That's fucked up. We can't be finding that.
Listen, the kid seems smart, but it's not about that. Being smart in one aspect doesn't make you smart in general for everything, right? You might be more competent, right? But you're not going to be
To be fair, the Dead Sea Scrolls are just
this
versions
is
of
not
the Bible,
merit-based hiring, because an accountant would probably be better here, right? If you have some mathematic genius that would be okay, then I could see how you would want to balance.
This isn't an account from Pontius Pilate or somebody that's actually, it's fine. It's fine.
This kid wasn't retweeting Elon Musk, right?
I don't know.
I'm sure not. As a matter of fact, I'm the fact that we're even talking about this kid right now. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now. Looking at this, We are enemies of the government.
Probably. They don't like us.
Yeah, absolutely. Elon, like this stream getting striked. YouTube gonna come down hard on all of us.
Listen,
I mean, it won't affect me. I'm not a streamer.
Good luck trying to find me. But he is wearing a SpaceX shirt, so probably. I would say he probably retweets him.
Oh no, you don't think he promised this guy gets to go to space too, right?
Listen, if
Is
that's
that what's happening? Is he just promising a bunch of young men that they're going to get to go to space? I've heard this one before.
Listen, if you think
hey, young man, do you want to be an X-Men?
young-
I'm pretending to be Bryan Singer. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you think Asmund is young, then you are mistaken.
Oh, that's right. He's like 50 something, isn't he?
Nah, he's either mid 30s or 40s, right? Somewhere around there.
I think he's younger than me.
I feel like his body is 50 though, from the way he's taking care of himself. But yeah, because there's no way this dude.
Yeah,
is
he
my
strikes me
age.
as somebody that wants to live like a long time.
Listen, I just think Asmund will solve himself at some point. That's all I know. When you have
He's 35 years
Can
old.
I ask you a question? Can he be part of the arts and entertainment thing that we're going to put Kanye and Mel Gibson in charge of? Because honestly, if there's three people that I want to overhaul Hollywood, it's Kanye, Mel Gibson, and Asmongold. If you can find a better combo,
Oh my god!
What?
Listen,
You haven't heard about this?
so
This is what Joe
fucked
Rogan
up.
was talking about with Mel Gibson.
There would be.
This is brilliant.
There would never be a good movie ever again.
Does there need to be? Listen, you've got Kanye, you've got Mel,
No,
you've got
legit,
Asmongold.
I want Passion of the Christ remade, but with Yeezy. Okay, that would be a fucking masterpiece. Oh my god.
You think the white people are going to be able to tolerate that?
You can have Bianca, you can have fucking
Jesus,
Sorry,
bro.
be Mary Magdalene.
You're gonna DEI Jesus, bro? Nah, they don't even want that shit in their government.
They already did DEI Jesus. They did it.
They don't want that shit, dude.
I don't know what they want. Do they know what they want?
Yeah, they know.
Nah, they want Yeezus. Okay, it's not DEI Jesus. It's Yeezus. Okay,
It's DEI Jesus at that point. Look at woke. This is the thing that's frustrating. These motherfuckers are always talking about woke shit, but then want that kind of shit. It's just like literally that's the same shit. It's the same bad idea. You're just not calling it woke. This is so stupid. I hate that people attribute bad writing to woke. It's bad writing.
no, it's woke and gay.
It's literally just that. It's just bad writing.
Okay, to be fair, the new Dragon Age game, holy shit, that was a misspeak, but new Dragon Age game, that is woke and gay. Okay?
It's not woke. It's just written awfully. It is literally just a badly fucking written game.
Yeah, it's not even like it can't even be woke. Like the character that wants to be non-binary and it's not calling people what they don't want to be called. That's not a joke. Like that's just you don't know what you're fucking doing. You're like writing fan fiction, like really bad fan fiction.
Yeah, it's just
And
bad
that's what
writing.
happened.
That's what everyone attributes to woke.
They let some furry do the fucking
bad writing,
writing.
bad fucking ideas get attributed to woke, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This is so stupid.
Look, I'm just saying Pirate Software wrote the game and Pirate Software seems a little woke, okay?
Listen, I don't think he's woke. Otherwise, I don't think he'd be suing. Well, actually, woke people.
That's what all of the wokies do.
Yeah, honestly, maybe you're right. You might have a point there. But let's continue. Let's get through
Back
this.
to the video.
Let's get through this. We're
Really good job of encouraging your students to think boldly, and I think that's played a pivotal role in my work on this project.
So, we'll go back to the statement that she said. Let's go ahead and watch this again.
This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed. Which, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on TV. Anyways, all of that is to say is that they don't do their homework. Clearly, they're putting 19-year-olds in at the Treasury. This dude is not smart.
They're so cooked, and they know it. They are so cooked. Bro, they're bringing in the 4 horsemen of Discord. The 4 horsemen of 4chan.
That is an insult. We would be so much better than them.
They actually go and think that they're gonna somehow get around this.
Wait,
these guys used a.
He's not incorrect. They do know they're cooked, but it's for a different reason than Asma. It's just like, well, America's gonna crash, so you know, base, let's go. They are like, yeah, we're cooked.
So theoretically, if this all goes really bad, how is this not Asmongold's fault?
It's not Asmongold's fault. This is just.
That's good. That's a good point.
It's what Asmon represents.
It's not what Asmon represents. Like, here's the thing: when you have an audience like his, like, and you have your chat saying crazy shit like that, I don't know. It seems like you shouldn't be doing that, but hey, who am I to fucking say at this point? Like, yeah. This man just seems like
AI
severely out of touch. He's like, fuck it, money. Or he's just trolling, and his chat's falling for it. So, one or the other, it's both bad. There's just no.
I'm pretty sure it's trolling. Okay.
Even if it is just trolling, dude, look at his chat. Like, ugh.
No, okay, they've always been like this. All right, I've been thinking about pulling together all the clips to make this point. Going back to 2019, during the release of Classic WoW, Asmon's chat, the Classic Andes, most of them were like far-right weirdos as well. And Asmon would make fun of them for both being like far-right weirdos and being Classic Andes as well. Right, and he would make fun of the fact that these motherfuckers are they're saying slurs and they're being retarded in the chat and they're talking about like fucking Trump 2020, and he was just flaming these motherfuckers constantly. And when it comes to the player base of WoW, they're all far right motherfuckers to the point where most of the shit that Asmon is saying, you will see typed in trade chat on a regular fucking basis.
I don't know. Like, when we have
I'm just saying he would know the script, okay?
Like, I'm just saying, when we have people like him and fucking Hassan saying all this bullshit, I'm just like, I don't know where we're at anymore.
We're in fun places.
Honestly, if you're under the age of 25, good fucking luck to you. I'm trying to figure out this political hellscape we are currently in. Because unless I had like background knowledge, I would not know what the fuck is going on. I'd be like, maybe they have a point.
Comedy is what's going on.
That's actually my wife's reaction most of the time when I'm showing her shit. She doesn't understand anything. It's actually scary.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, good luck to Gen Alpha, to the Zoomers. And now,
wait, what's the next generation after the Gen Z?
We are currently in those. They are the newer babies. They are.
What's the one after that?
They're the Gen betas.
Are you see those poor fucks? We aren't even pretending anymore.
Betas. Oh,
we're just actually just gonna name them betas.
Listen, if you have
we're fucking done.
If you have a kid
it's like, listen, it's all you fucking betas' fault. Why we can't?
If you have a kid within the next 20 years, yes, they are automatically a beta.
Okay, now there's just no reason for me to ever have a kid. Well, I guess that must be the point. Jesus.
They are cooked, dude. They are actually cooked. But
I'm not a beta. I'm Sigma generation. It's like, no, like literally, you're beta generation. We could change that.
What the fuck is C, the cock generation?
I don't know. How about let's just continue watching this. I just want to get through this. This is depressing me.
We're never going
to figure out, or one of them used AI to figure out a Dead Sea Scroll. or not even Dead Sea Scroll, a scroll that was in like Pompeii after a fucking eruption of a volcano. And they're gonna try, and they're sitting there trying to hide the pride flags whenever they come in the building. Oh, take them down! Oh, don't let them see this! Oh no! Really, it's embarrassing, bro. It's sad. Yeah, you seriously don't understand her complaint? I understand it perfectly. That's why I know it's so stupid. See, all of these people think that they have this appeal to authority because they've worked at this place for a long period of time, so they think that they know what they're doing. How many times have we found out that most of the people that are experts in their fields are actually just people that have failed upward as a career for 25 years?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go bash my head against the wall real quick. You guys talk.
He has a point.
Good luck.
Please fight against this point that he has. It's very good.
Yes, experts fail upwards. Yes, that's what happened. I need to go get it.
Don't you understand because of nepotism?
I need to go fucking bash my brains in real quick, and then I can maybe understand this.
DEI has made people fail upwards.
Yeah.
It's the fucking woke.
I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of people thinking like this. Why is this the norm? Why are we here? This doesn't make sense.
You're not gonna like my answer. It's Oprah.
Based. Okay.
No,
true.
It's actually, I've been listening to a 6-part series, Behind the Bastards on Oprah. Man, she really did erode our belief in things. And the thing is, she struck at the heart of America. And you're like, what is the heart of America? It's our mothers. She got our mothers to believe the craziest fucking shit on the planet.
I guess.
Yo, it's the Oprah psyop.
Let's go.
And I didn't realize one of the things that really freaked me out about Oprah is I didn't realize how long she'd been around. Like, I didn't realize Oprah had been around since like I was a baby.
Yeah, she's
like that's a really long.
She's been
fucking
around
time.
since like the 80s, dude. What are you talking about?
I didn't realize that. I didn't know. I had to learn who Donahue was.
That's when
do you guys know who Donahue was?
That's what she first
you
did.
You guys know who Donahue was?
Yes, but I'm saying that
he was this great guy, like Jerry Springer, but then she replaced him, and I don't know what happened to him. But
yeah, like she's been doing her show since like the 80s, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're. That's why Oprah's so fucking.
Well, isn't it weird that like all the people like, and now all the people that were on her show are going to be in charge of the country? Isn't that weird?
What are you talking? Wait, what?
Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil's not in charge. Listen, what the?
What do you mean? He's at the border right now.
We should have Dr. Phil in the administration.
Are you trying to fuck with me right now?
He's not. He wasn't at the border. Okay, he was on.
Yeah,
he was at a fucking raid, and the dude asked him. He's like, "Are you Dr. Phil?" And he's just like, "How do you know me?" Okay, that's what happened. Like.
Could you imagine if you were like an immigrant or like fucking illegal and you're actually offended? You say like Dr. Phil, and like, oh yes, I know you, Dr. Phil. It's like, how do you know me?
It's exactly.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Exactly. That's how fucking retarded that situation
like
was.
Hundreds of times you've helped people.
It's not like they watch TV, right? Fuck, it's so retarded. I watched that.
What was Dr. Phil's messaging? Was it pretty? Was it like compassion and kindness, or was it like
compassion?
Get him the fuck out of here.
It was be compassionate and fucking talk about bullshit. But now we're at a fucking point in U.S. history where I had to listen to that clip and be like, wow. This is where we're at right now. I'm watching Dr. Phil on a fucking ice raid, fucking being like, "How do you know me?" to a fucking immigrant.
You shouldn't be surprised about anything after the GOP decided to fucking like slam the minister for begging Donald Trump to show the LGBT mercy. Okay. You should expect this after you saw them literally shit on a preacher for asking to show mercy.
I only have one question. Another question. It was a bishop. First of all, it was a bishop. That means that they were Catholic.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
I'm an atheist, so all the same shit.
Catholics don't get a pass here. Well, unfortunately,
did you see
I'm
the clip
violently
after the
against them.
church? Did you guys see that clip? It's funny as fuck. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It is actually one of the funniest clips.
Is it gonna make me sad?
No, one of the he's sassy as fuck afterwards, dude. One of the reporters asked him, like, "How did you enjoy today's sermon?" And he was just like, "I don't know. How did you enjoy it? Was it exciting?" And I was just like, "Fuck, dude, don't be so pissed about it." But honestly, if you're gonna be lectured in church for 2 or 3 hours, that's kind of shitty. But whatever. Let's continue this. Let's get through this, guys.
I think we have to join Asmongold and Cenk Uygur.
No,
that's the only way people are going to listen to us.
Yeah. Never. But Vice, hit play. Or did he disappear? Is Vice not here? God damn it.
He died.
Okay, our AI died. Now we're stuck here talking.
Okay, well,
fucking he's.
Are we gonna cover some subjects we haven't talked about yet? Like the let's see here. What's a fun one? We can talk about the airplane until he gets back.
I guess
we can talk about that. We can talk about the forbidden subject. So my understanding is they're still pulling corpses. They're currently looking through the black boxes. Oh, that's good then. I assume they're still doing reconstruction, or they're close to done.
Do we know how it happened?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm. But
we know what happened. We know that a helicopter was. Oh damn! Vice actually died.
Vice.
Rest in peace.
Dude.
Okay, well.
He actually died.
This is fun.
Well, that happened.
We will not be.
Do we end the stream? What do we do?
Oh, wait.
No, he's back.
Holy shit, it's back.
There he is. There's my little champion.
See, this is why we can't have AI in charge of.
Wait, what? Is he AI?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I blue screen.
Oh, you blue screen?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. We'll stop feeding you all this data, okay?
Okay.
I'm so tired.
No, I'm wondering which up were Asmon's goals.
We were at 21 something.
21, 22.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
How long is this vid?
25 minutes. It's almost over.
Yeah, we're
fuck up for 4 minutes.
Yeah, dude, we've just been talking. But honestly, that's what we need to do. Otherwise, Pirate Gold's gonna
no,
come.
Honestly, let me get a DMCA from Asmon, please.
Nah, Asmon's actually cool. You can watch his shit.
Yeah, but Pirate isn't. So I want to make sure that when this is being shown in court, I'd be like, "Yep, I did this with 3 other videos."
Homie,
have a problem.
Pirate's fucking hitting people.
I think.
Yeah. Did you not watch the first part, dude?
People.
Yeah, you missed our first part.
I haven't followed anything since the WoW shit. Okay, all right.
Okay, well,
he DMCA'd someone and now is threatening to sue them.
Okay, so he's a furry cuck, like I always thought.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with Pirate Software.
Well, I don't know if he's a cuck, but he's definitely a
You're roboting like crazy.
Dick. Okay.
Okay, well, we can click play, boys.
This place for a long period of time, so they think that they know what they're doing. How many times have we found out that most of the people that are experts in their fields are actually just people that have failed upward as a career for 25 years? I think it's pretty often. And so anyway, yep, there you go. And Yeah, always remember the old saying about government: those that can do, those who can't teach, those who can't do or teach work for the government. Yeah, I guess so. And it's a ridiculous complaint from people who are even less competent than average people. Exactly. I don't understand their complaint. Absolutely not. So this isn't considered DEI?
He's thinking about it.
I don't...
Just happened.
Am I missing something? Look at this. Alexander Hamilton, 21. James Madison, 25. Man, that's crazy, huh? Wow, who said that? I know. Bro, some chatters, man, they look old for their age. Well, these are probably photos, or like portraits taken of them way later on. But, yeah. And, bro, people only lived to 35 back then? Yeah, bro, yeah, he's like 50 at this point, right? And so, anyway, so there you go. And so I just wanted to show you guys that. Not lie, that may have been the dumbest thing ever said on stream. Yeah. Back when the average age was like 32. So, like, people were saying about the average age and everything. Nobody's actually meaning that. Like, so, like, did people, like, get smarter faster? Like, that's not how it works, right? Yeah. Oh, anyway, her complaint is that an unqualified person was put in charge by a man who doesn't have legal authority to do so. Well, if Trump's doing it, if they want to try to contest it legally, they can go ahead and do that. But I'll tell you one thing. I totally fucking support them. And I think that a lot of the people that voted for Trump, this is exactly what they voted for. If I had voted for Trump, this would have been 100% what I voted for. Absolutely.
Wait, that's a new part of lore.
I think this is
what he said before he did vote for Trump.
Oh, god damn it.
This is new lore.
This is why I hate this man. Listen, his takes are based.
This is so like dude.
This should be like tagged with misinformation. I should get tagged for misinformation for just playing this.
Oh no.
Like covering this is actually painful. Like
yeah.
I mean,
my brain hurts.
I know that there are hundreds of there are gonna be just millions of people that have this exact same take. Like, yeah, this is what we voted for. There's gonna be a couple of maybe a couple million. They're like, no, but there's enough young people that'll be like, yeah, and then they'll just have to learn. This is gonna be a teachable learning moment, I fear.
Yeah. Well,
but maybe I'll be wrong and I can calm down.
Listen. I'm just saying we put the Japanese in internment camps in the past, so I don't know if we learned from anything at this point.
We learned how to make an efficient camp.
We learned that we're going to put them in Guantanamo instead? Is that?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
That's the lesson.
Don't put them where people can see them to make them sad.
we could only go downwards, not upwards.
Boy, what do they do in Arkansas? It's not important. We don't have to talk about it. Why are there so many Japanese people in Arkansas? Let's not talk about it, for real.
Let's just play this. We have 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Let's get through this.
The majority of people want to. It's just funny that these are the same people that were complaining about term limits and old presidents, and now they're complaining about guys that are too young. Maybe they're just complaining about people that disagree with them and looking for any sort of way to make that person look bad because they can't actually base things off of any sort of argument itself. So yeah, Doge has been under a lot of attack. A lot of people have been very upset about it. And the retards are worried. They're scared. They're very afraid. But I think that it'll be better for everyone. Maybe they're just complaining to complain. That's right. My liberal friends are supporting this. I don't get anyone who disagrees. Well, it's because people are captured by an ideology. You don't think it's a dangerous amount of power? He's putting people in a position that they wouldn't be without Congress approval? Yeah, I think it is dangerous. It's very dangerous. But I think it's been dangerous, the path that we've gone down for a long time, and I'm willing to take a risk and see what happens. It's that simple. I think that the majority of... I think that whenever you have a massive bureaucracy like this, this is like the Thomas Sowell quote of
So
like
is this just
to a bureaucracy,
nihilism?
the main thing that's important isn't necessarily the outcome, but the procedure.
He's either trolling or he's straight up a fucking accelerationist.
I mean, nihilism.
Those are my two
I think
theories.
nihilism. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, if you could tie nihilism to, I think the word accelerationist is way too big here. Let's just, they're like, it's like, as much as he wants to feel like indebted to this situation, I do feel like I feel like, especially that last statement is like, we've tried for so long and it's never worked. So let's just do this radically new thing.
This is the reason why I say accelerationist. He likes watching the fire and he likes watching the people fight.
But oh my god, did he not consider?
I say that a nihilist.
Wait, but
a nihilist will just be nihilistic of the world. They don't enjoy watching the world be awful.
Yeah,
they just
think the world is
get
awful.
Off the shit. They'll be like, "Fuck yeah, this is fun. I love this." They're like Joker mentality.
It's funny.
I don't get that from him.
Dude, he literally just said he's just like,
He's too stupid.
I'm willing to take a risk on something that I don't know if it's gonna work. It's just like, what the
listen. There are just some people that are willing to risk expired milk. Okay, he's one of those people.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
I think he did risk it, and that's the aftermath we're looking at right now.
I am worried that after cleaning, is his room clean right now, or is it filthy? If his room's clean,
he cleaned it up.
Has he been? Oh, okay. If it ever gets completely clean, I can push that he's a lizard, but not yet.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. It's too soon.
No. He had to clean it.
Alex, I can make the argument that Alex has become a lizard person now.
Also, how low is Asmongold's bar for shit when it's just he needed to clean his room and that's how everyone knew he was sorry. How low is the bar for this man, dude?
What was he sorry for? What did he do?
For the Palestine comments that he made. Do you not remember that?
Is he still sorry?
That's why he took a break and was just like, yep, I'm gonna clean my room. I've just been super depressed, blah blah blah. Which he does a lot.
Do you just listen to right wing podcasts?
I have no idea. I have no idea, dude.
He started listening to a lot more Tim Pool and a lot less Matt Walsh. That's what happened.
We're at war, okay? That's what you don't understand, Avius. We're at war. We're on the brink of civil war, as Tim Pool would say.
I mean, if motherfuckers keep listening to Tim Pool, I might agree.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're fuck. Okay, yeah, we do need to fill in some.
See, that's the problem. Listen, I'll listen to Tim Pool and I'd be like, I don't believe that this man cares about America or not. But you turn on Alex going, the demons, they're coming for hot American blood. She's a demon. She hates us. She hates everything you stand for. I believe that, man.
Yeah. All right, but from this, we're gonna move into two other crazy people that have takes that sometimes make me wonder if they're actual people. Actually, Piers, I actually respect. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of respect him a bit.
Why?
He's misinformed in some things, but in general, he's a lot more reasonable than I would give. But that's probably just because he's not an American conservative. But
he wasn't even the best British judge on the American show he was on.
Yeah.
Fuck Piers Morgan.
Listen.
You can't. Here's the actual
and then
problem.
Piers had to go back and stay in his lane. That's what happened.
You have someone like Tucker Carlson sitting next to him. So that's the issue, right? Like Tucker Carlson.
I would rather take Tucker Carlson over fucking Piers Morgan because at
fucking crazy, dude.
Tucker Carlson will look at me directly in the eyes and say, "Yes, I am a Nazi."
Also,
yes, I do believe women should be in the kitchen. Piers Morgan won't fucking say it. That's the problem.
Also, Feist, can you put this at 1.5 speed? Because this is like an hour and a half long, and I want to get through this quickly.
Oh, okay. I don't know why you think I'm going to watch that, but we'll get it started, and we'll see how long it takes me before I'm spitting slurs.
Based 1.5, like, yeah, these guys talk slow enough that I think it's fine. But let's watch Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson debate about foreign aid, hate speech, NATO, gun control, and is Zelensky a dictator? Oh, this is going to be painful.
Off camera. Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure.
We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
We are.
I'm not going to ask you how you wound up here, but I'm glad to see you.
Well, we're both here for the same reason, actually.
We both got into the oil business.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, I want to start just on a very hostile note, okay? Because I feel like it's a good way to frame that.
Good. Let's start with me to continue.
Zelensky is a hero. How could you say that?
Immediately begins meat writing for Russia. That's fucking insane.
Jesus.
I don't agree with you about him or Ukraine. I went to interview him in Kyiv, and he's an extraordinary story. Obviously, this comedian who becomes president, having played the comedian who was the president in a comedy show, right? And I've seen what you said about it. I mean, what's interesting to me on a bigger picture about Ukraine, Russia, your views, all the conservative views in America, is that 30 years ago, there would have been no element of resistance from the conservative side about taking on a Russian dictator who'd invaded a European country. I know it's a lot more complicated. I know the history, but a lot of very smart people on, a lot of people you've interviewed. And, I do learn a lot each time I talk about all the history, obviously. My brother was a British Army colonel. My sister married a British Army colonel. They've all engaged in conflicts around the world. And so it's complicated. There's no doubt that on the Russian side, they believe they were provoked into doing this. I know that you have sympathy with that view. There's also no doubt from the Ukrainian side that they believe since the 90s they've been this sovereign democratic country, albeit not perfect. You think deeply flawed. I think they've been imperfect, trying to improve. And Zelensky has actually, I think, been a force for good, not bad. But ultimately, what's happened now is that you have a situation where, as Donald Trump told me recently, it's just the mowing fields now, where you have thousands of young men being killed, often on a daily basis on both sides. And no one's winning this war, it seems to me. And if anyone is going to win, it's likely to be Russia, not Ukraine. And then what happens? And that concerns me enormously. If the West allows Putin to just take the land he's taken, what guarantee do we have he won't try and take the rest of Ukraine? He took Crimea. He's back for more. I think he wants the whole of Ukraine. I think he won't stop there if he's allowed to get it. I think he's a pretty ruthless, evil Russian dictator.
How do we define just to find out?
Honestly, wait.
What's a dictator?
Smokey, what do you find wrong with what Piers said? Okay,
is he a lizard person?
Like,
I did not know he was so based for Ukraine.
Yeah, dude.
I'm actually finding this out in real time. I figured they'll obviously agree. And then it's like, oh, right, but Britain's closer to Ukraine, so he's worried.
British conservatives are a bit different.
Yeah, this is actually based.
British conservatives are a bit different. They're built different.
Yeah, well.
Like Tucker is an actual tanky versus Piers, who I'm
gonna give it to Piers. This is decent pushback, but we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, let's continue watching. I'm just saying,
I feel like
a dictator to me is somebody. Well, I would start by saying you have no respect for democratic norms. A free and fair election.
So, an unelected leader would be a dictator.
Well, you wouldn't argue that Putin, for example, has free and fair elections.
No, I'm not that interested actually.
You're not?
Not really. It's not my country. I'm interested in my leaders, whether they have the consent of their people. It's not of great interest to me. Whether I do think Putin's way more popular than Joe Biden.
To his people.
Yes, more popular in Russia than Biden was ever popular.
I wouldn't dispute that. But why are you so against Zelensky?
No, I'm just trying to understand when you dismiss Putin as a dictator, which is totally fair, I guess. But I'm just trying to understand what you mean by dictator. So the first criterion for dictatorship is that you're not elected, and what else? Because Zelensky's obviously not elected either.
Yeah,
so I'm just trying to kind of figure out what you're talking about.
Well, your comparison with Zelensky and Putin over the last 2 years, I found baffling because you seem to think there's some moral equivalence between the two, and Zelensky hasn't illegally invaded another country. Do you not have a problem with what Putin's done?
Hold on, I just want to know what a dictator is. I just want to know. Maybe he's a better guy than Putin or whatever, and you could say some things about one or another. But if we're just going to define dictator, the first.
It's going to be fucking.
What you think?
Fucking Emperor Vladimir. Okay,
listen,
watch out.
The reason this dude hasn't had an election is because it's written into their shit that if they're in war, they're gonna push off the election until after the war. That's it. That's the only reason that Tucker Carlson gets to use this talking point.
Yeah, that's what the media wants you to think.
Okay. Well, now let's see if Piers knows about that.
Yeah.
Or if we're going to be looping.
Feature of a dictator
is
he's not
an
elected.
hour and a half
Zelensky's not elected.
conversation.
He's also
There's going to be
banned a religious denomination. He's his political opponents. He has banned a language group. Those all seem like features of dictatorship to me. Now, he has the support of the British intelligence agencies. That doesn't mean he's not a dictator, though. That sounds like a dictator. I mean, if I gave you a piece of paper and I'm like, here are some qualities of a European leader, you would say, well, that's not legitimate. That guy's a dictator. I can't support that. But his name's Zelensky, and he was once a comedian, and he does my show, so he's not a dictator. I think it's a dictator.
Well, I would argue that if you look at the history of Ukraine since the 90s, since it became a, one of a better phrase, democratic country, as they would say, well, I mean, by the same criteria you support Putin being popular in his country, I think just under 90% of Ukrainians voted for it. You wouldn't dispute that?
Well, first of all, the country had a coup sponsored by the United States government, the CIA, in 2014. So everything that happened subsequent to that, I don't think we could call part of the democratic process. But just Zelensky personally is not elected. He's not an elected leader. He rules by force. There's no election that gives him legitimacy. So that's not a defense of Putin. It's merely an attack on the idea that Putin's the only dictator in this contest. How is Zelensky not a dictator?
Do you think Putin's a dictator?
Rule by force
I guess, yeah. I guess.
Listening to Tucker is how you guys feel when you're listening to Asmongold. I fucking hate him so much.
Tucker? Yeah, no, I hate Tucker.
He actually rubs my skin the wrong way.
Dude, but this is the tanky talking points. This is the shit that people are saying.
Yes, and that's why I want to beat him with the dildo from San Andreas, okay?
Yeah,
it's not gonna do anything.
Oh my god, like here's the thing.
He loves this shit.
So many people repeat these talking points and are like, and Pierce is right. 30 years ago, if someone was saying the shit about Russia, that they would be saying currently, they'd be like, that dude is a fucking Russian spy, get him the fuck out of our country, right? If a conservative...
We would fucking deport him, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know when the Conservative Party fucking shifted over to being tankies, or that maybe it's Tenet Media paying a bunch of people to fucking get these ideas out there, or that...
Would you like me to know?
The Russian...
It's a three-way thing, in my opinion. Some of it comes from foreign intelligence and like the kind of ideas, like the Russians doing that. But I definitely don't underestimate the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah,
and because they this man is this man is basically their grand. Like I forget who it's him. It's yeah.
He also gave birth to the Tea Party movement, which Tea Party basically gave birth to Trump. Well, that and Koch brothers. Koch brothers basically funded the operation.
Yeah, to a large degree. Let's continue though, because we need to get. We are 5
outside the Kremlin and say down with Vladimir Putin. I'm possibly in trouble. I don't live in Russia.
Right. I certainly think that Ukraine has had a lot of corruption.
No, but is Zelensky legitimate? How is he legitimate if he's not elected? Well, how could you support an unelected leader?
Well, he's the president of the country.
Well, he calls himself that, but there's no election that made him president. He blew past the election and said, "Oh, there's a war. We can't have an election. We're going to change the constitution." So how is that a legitimate leader? How could you support something like that? That seems, I don't know, like a dictatorship.
Well, I would categorize my support for him as supporting him against an illegal invasion by Russia.
So this is like why we support Stalin against Hitler, because
well, no, wait, we had
those bad, so Stalin must be good, but no, Stalin's also a dictator. So like, how about we just don't support dictators if we're against supporting dictators? Or you could take my position, which is, I don't want a dictatorship in my own country because I live in a free country, but we're going to have relations with the country that helps us most, up to a certain limit. We're not going to be allies with Stalin because that's too evil. We're not, Winston Churchill or, FDR or something. We're not going to go that far. But in general, we will deal with countries that help us. But when we start having moral conversations about other countries, then we have to stick by our own standards. And by your standard, you're supporting a dictator. No, I wonder how you can do that, Piers.
I'm not saying they're morally pure in Ukraine. I'm not saying they're not riddled with corruption.
But how is he not a dictator?
No, here's my point to you. My defense of them...
Bloodthirsty dictator.
My defense of them is based on the illegal invasion by Russia. You and I can argue about whether Russia was goaded and provoked into doing that. I do not think anything justifies what they actually did.
Okay, that's a totally fair position. I mean, I guess I disagree, sort of, but I don't think what you're saying is crazy at all.
But the point
how is that more illegal than running a country without an election and banning a religious denomination? I don't understand that. So yeah, you could certainly say Putin did a lot of bad things. I would readily agree to that.
Can we pause? Can we pause? You can't fucking bring up religious denominations when you're talking about Putin, okay? That literally they're notoriously known for pulling like Muslims out of their country. What are we talking about?
Well, he's specifically talking about the banning of the Russian Orthodox Church.
Yes, I 100%. I understand
which is the Russian state religion.
But you can't say like, "Oh, Putin's a good guy because he didn't do this shit." I'm just like, what is this?
This is a man who has picked a side and is
This is a man who's getting paid by Tenet Media.
Listen, this is a man that is dug in.
Fuck this shit.
This man's dug in. He's dug in. He doesn't need to change his mind because he knows where he is because he's an American. Okay, that's where we are in this situation. Tucker Carlson is Mac, and that's fine. He's dug in on the Russia situation. I don't need to change his mind. If he's getting paid, that's fine. I'm much more concerned that Asmongold might be getting paid. As far as I'm concerned, Tucker's exactly where I left him since I've last seen him. Nothing has changed about him. This is boring.
Dude, no, he's getting crazier and crazier as the days go by.
He's all like, that's the problem that people don't understand. He's always been this crazy, and now he just feels like he doesn't have to have a filter anymore.
Yeah.
Which is how a lot of these guys are. That's it.
Like
he was able to control it on the media, but now that he doesn't have to have a filter anymore, he'll say whatever he needs to get paid.
I don't know. Like,
Awesome.
It feels like each time it's just getting worse and worse. But let's continue.
Well, if he needs to, I mean, I think that's just society. But like, if he's reflecting that, then that's us, not him.
Yeah. Let's continue this though.
But we're supporting my government, and your government particularly are supporting this dictator in Ukraine who's oppressing Christians, who is banning people's native language and books in their native language. He's a book burner. And like, that's totally cool because we hate Putin. That's not totally cool.
So would you just let Putin take Ukraine?
I would say let's have an election in Ukraine and let the Ukrainian people elect their own leader and get rid of the midget dictator who now oppresses them, Zelensky. And I would definitely not support a guy who's not elected as a democratic figure because by definition, he's not. By definition, I don't care who his enemies are. He's not worth calling a beacon of democracy if he doesn't even have it. Why not have an election in Ukraine today? Because we've got a war. We had elections in our country during the Second World War, so did you. Like, why not hold him to democratic standards?
I've got no problem with saying you have an election.
Wait.
What about banning a
Pause. Piers doesn't know. Piers doesn't know. Okay, the reason we can have
he doesn't know.
The reason we can have an election under war times is because we don't have something that says, hey, if there's a war on, we're not going to have elections. If that shit was in our constitution, guess what? We would not be having elections in our... Oh my god.
Hang on, hold
And
on.
I would also argue that we weren't technically invaded during wartime, like a lot of these other countries were.
Yeah, like that's a fair point as well. But it's
like if I'm gonna be like I think you can call Pearl Harbor, almost said 9/11, Pearl Harbor, like an invasion, but like that it was an attack.
He could say
It wasn't.
He could say their constitution is stupid, right? Like I honestly, that would be a fair criticism than just saying he's a dictator because he doesn't want to hold elections. It's like, well, that's because it's in their constitution. Like,
well, because like this is where he needs to be. He needs to be bombastic.
That's not really a Zelensky thing. Like that, it's just there.
Look, he wants to prance around in military clothes and not have elections. He's a dictator. Come on.
Based.
Come on.
Didn't you know he's a communist?
Book burner.
Just wait, we're gonna get fucking communist Vladimir. Like one of these days, it's gonna happen.
Hopefully. Let's continue.
Any of those things.
Well, how could we ever support that?
Because ultimately,
we're paying for that.
Because ultimately, we have to make a calculation about whether we're happy with Russia invading what is a sovereign European democratic country.
It was not a sovereign country. It was controlled by the United States. We installed their government in a coup in 2014. They're a puppet of the United States and Great Britain.
But they are
not sovereign.
Do you think they're a democracy?
Well, their leader's not elected, so by definition, they're not a democracy. It may be a great place to vacation, or they've got, we're getting a lot of money from, defense deals, or they've got pretty women. Lots of great things you could say about the Ukrainians. They're actually great people, from what I can tell. I know a bunch of them. They're awesome, but they're definitely not a democracy.
So should Putin just take the land?
No.
So what happens?
I don't know. We should stop paying for the slaughter of the entire Ukrainian population.
Because you don't know. I mean, either he's allowed to take it or he isn't. Either we now say, yes, you...
Why is it up to us?
No.
I don't understand. We're not...
Well, who else can stop it?
Well, I don't know. When, Congo...
What?
Nothing. Sorry. He's like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, are you sure?
Ugh. I just hate this coup fucking talking point as well. Like, yes, it's a sovereign nation since the fucking mid-90s. And the only reason the United States has to get involved is because we agreed we would get involved if Russia gets
Yeah, there's security guarantees.
Yeah.
And now Russia is pushing them to their maximum
Don't
limit.
trust the United States if there's one thing we've learned in this decade.
Listen, if we say we're going to show up somewhere, we show up. Like, that's what we do, okay?
We used to.
Yeah, and then we put 25% tariff on you after we show up, okay? Congratulations.
Well, that's different.
Sorry, Canada. But also, come on. Be a state. Come on.
Oh,
come on.
Let's just continue.
Invades its neighbors, like, it's not axiomatic that we should be involved.
When Saddam invaded Kuwait, why did America go and support that?
Because there's oil here.
Did you support that?
Well, I was in college and drunk.
Did you basically agree with it?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of dumb ideas.
Storming
I
Norman
thought it was
Schwarzkopf?
okay to drink beer in the morning.
Do you think, looking back at it, was it right to do what America did with the Allies? British were there too?
I don't know.
Expel him from Kuwait? It wasn't a NATO country.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of war that in theory I would support. You say, we have, energy interests in this region. We want to keep it stable. When you start getting theoretical, like we're preserving democracy by supporting dictators.
We take energy from Ukraine, though. There's an energy component to that.
Maybe. I don't see the...
What I'm thinking is that
what I don't like is the moral overlay because it's fatuous and fraudulent. This is not a democratic country.
He is nailing him here a little bit.
He supported Mobutu in Zaire, which no longer exists because he was a bulwark against the Soviets.
Oh my God.
You've already said that you support the
destroying him.
The only thing Tucker could say is like, he's a dictator. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. So.
And then he has to talk about African countries. Let's just go to another place.
Yeah.
Let's get further away from the subject.
Honestly, Piers Morgan's looking pretty based here. I'm going to say it.
This is why I hate him. Go ahead.
From Kuwait.
Well, I don't know that I would.
Led by America. Well, you just said you did, right?
So no, I said I was drunk in college. I haven't really thought. I said, but theoretically, you could make the case.
Because they
in
had
the United States, we need cheap energy. We're going to go to war to preserve cheap energy. That's not a crazy thing to say. Maybe I could support that.
Right. So what's the difference between that and what's happened with Russia and Ukraine?
Well, because
we need Ukraine's energy. We need Ukraine's wheat. We do. 25% of the world's wheat comes out of Ukraine.
I'm aware, which is why you probably don't want to kill all of its farmers and sell all of its farmland, which is what we've allowed to happen. Zelensky.
We're not killing them. The Russians are.
Well, no, this war wouldn't exist if it weren't for the money and arms that we're sending to Ukraine. It would have been over in one day. It never would have started if we hadn't.
When you say over, what do you mean? What would have happened?
I think it's very clear, and I don't know that anyone would disagree with this, that Russia would not have invaded eastern Ukraine if the Biden administration hadn't sent Kamala Harris to the Munich Security Conference in February of 2022 to say to Zelensky on camera, we're going to make you a NATO country, meaning we're going to put American NATO arms on the Russian border. Like, you would not allow Chinese, your country probably would, but you shouldn't allow Chinese missiles in Scotland peering over Hadrian's Wall aimed at London. You'd be like, no, it's our, you can't do that on our border. And the Russians like, no, you can't do that on our border. And we're like, shut up, you're Russian. You have no right to determine what happens on your border. Piss off.
But my point is, if the defense of expelling Saddam Hussein from Kuwait was that we have energy interests in that country, and therefore we should kick him out, that's obviously what we all knew, and it was done very quickly and competently by General Norman Schwarzkopf, and it was great military operation. But surely the principal ideology is not different. And what's interesting is every Republican back in,
they're idiots. They support the Ukraine.
No, I mean every Republican in '91 would have supported that conflict.
Well, whether or not
whereas now,
I love how Stone-Faced Piers is keeping him here. Like, he's not letting him laugh at all.
So what's changed is a lot of.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying fucking Tucker has gone crazy.
He's actually sobering. Like, it might be actually the Tucker's discredit that he's been off like these normal panel shows for so long because he's lost his decorum entirely. Yeah. I thought you were joking, but like this is like he's just like trying to like he reminds me of like a bad attempt to copy Glenn Gutfield. Now this is just fucking. Who was that guy? Greg Gutfield. The guy, Fox News lady. Yeah, this seems like a bad attempt to copy Greg Gutfield. This is terrible.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. I don't think Tucker is getting better. I think people are like, yeah, he's always been like this. I'm just like, fuck no. There's no way you're telling me he's always been like this. This man, literally.
Yeah, he's way less hinged.
What was that show called?
I did argue that he just has less of a hinge. So, like, this seems in line with what I said. But, like, yeah, this... From the last time I see him, I can't say this is, like, down. But, like, it's like he's just going to be, like, he's just, like, die hard into his talking points now because he's not emboldened to a network. I think that's fine.
Oh, but it's just... And even on his network,
I'm pretty sure
I said crazy shit on his network. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Piers is going to be blacklisted from Fox for a while after this.
This is like I just let an insane asylum person just talk to Piers Morgan for like an hour and a half. I feel like this is where we're going.
My question is when can we see Piers Morgan, Asmongold, and Tucker Carlson in the same building? Because that's what I want.
Listen, honestly, Piers is coming off good here. I don't know about you guys, but he's coming off good here. He's making really
be on the side and be the liberal show.
Like it's super weird to be rooting for Piers, but I
actually hate it, and I'm gonna not watch this whole thing.
Listen, I'm actually...
Hang on, just wait for the moment he starts agreeing, okay? Because we know he's going to start agreeing with Tucker.
Listen, I think Piers makes excellent points sometimes. I just think that he's uninformed in other points, and he just kind of like goes with like a talking point and then uses that. Like here there are like moments where you're seeing like gaps in knowledge, right? Where like Tucker said that shit about like the dictatorship, he could just be like, yeah, it's written into our constitutions. Why would they have an election if it's part of their laws? Like, it doesn't make sense to argue. It's like he's a dictator because of this reason. It's like, well, that's kind of the law here. Or that they're not a sovereign nation because in 2014 there was a coup. It's just like, well, in the 90s they were, from the 90s forward they've been considered a sovereign nation, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
nah, fake news.
Or putting missiles, or even the talking point of putting missiles.
Listen, the CIA. Listen, the CIA pulled a coup, Hornet. That's obviously what happened. The guy that was in for Russia didn't. Oh wait, is that? No, that would be giving it away. Yeah, you know, like they had a coup. The guy that was supposed to win didn't win, and it was this other guy for some reason, instead of the guy who had won previously, like 3 other times.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Let's just continue. Holy shit, dude, this is getting
like I think, and you know what? I am going to say this because I feel like people need to understand this. The Ukrainian sting here, where they did this, where they chose Zelensky, was kind of a direct fuck you to Russia from Russia having people like Poroshenko's family, who was, and think that was the guy who was intimately tied to Russian businesses, who's now had to divest those businesses because he's been considered a failure by the Russian government.
No. If I remember correctly, Zelensky wasn't even the insane fuck Russia guy. There was like guys running. They were straight up like, he's fucking, let's join NATO now.
He's not, and that's the crazy part. People thought he was reasonable. That's why he's in leadership right now, and that's why he's polling well in Ukraine. Unfortunately, like as much as people want to fucking shit on fucking Zelensky for not having an election,
he was the moderate choice, and he came through because he had the best connection to the people.
Yeah.
Man, isn't it nice to see a country with moderation? I love that.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't happen.
Except that country is being overrun by Russia, and America's like...
Yeah, that really does say something when the country chooses moderation and gets overrun by something, huh?
Yeah. So, you know, it only works so far, so...
Well, all I know is... Listen... apparently what I've read today, this isn't all grim darkness, and I'm sure that this has happened. Like, when did this happen? Like a couple days ago?
Like 4 days
ago. A month ago, a week ago?
4 days
okay.
ago.
So, like, they don't even have the new information that Trump is already trying to, like, bargain for rare earth minerals to get, like, our worth out of Ukraine because, lo and behold, some of those things that we need in Greenland are in Ukraine. Yeah. I guess somebody gave him the big hint that's why why Russia wants all of West Ukraine because of its rare earth minerals.
Well, it's also there are ports there.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Why can't Ukraine become part of the U.S.?
Well,
I would love to have another border with Russia, wouldn't you?
I don't know how the hell
we already do share a border with Russia, and the fucked up thing is Ukraine is the size of Texas. So you know what? We're just adding to Texas.
It's just
this
weird.
Is great. Actually,
I just don't know how you would defend that area.
Probably use a lot of what we have in Germany. I mean, Germany's right next to
I don't know.
Ukraine,
I feel like we're like 3 seconds away from pissing off Europe, and I don't know if we want to be involved like with them right next to us. So I don't know.
That's pussy talk. We already pissed off Europe. It's time to go.
We haven't pissed off Europe enough yet, though. We can do more. We can do more. Like if we pull out of NATO,
that's the spirit.
Yeah. It's like, listen, we could just pull out of NATO and forget about you guys altogether and let you guys do all this shit and pay for it. Okay?
Yeah, like Donald Trump's not wrong.
I'm going to be honest.
We are one of the.
This isn't normally what I would say, but like, seeing is how we can just erase the Treasury Department like over the matter, like with 6 dudes. I'm not really sure what we can do right now, but I'll tell you what we can do. It's change things very quickly.
Yep. That's why I'm just like, if we pull out of
NATO... Is it good? Is it bad? Oh, it's changed.
It's very bad if we pull out of NATO. Like,
prepare for change.
He's not wrong. We paid the most in NATO, and that's a humongous budget to fucking lose. Just be like, oh, we're operating with like a third of what we had.
Okay, so all of our obviously we'll get all our money back from that investment. Clearly,
stats you're looking at, but
right.
He's going to make NATO too. That's what's going to happen. He's going to pull out of NATO, He's going to make NATO 2. It's going to be the exact same as first NATO, right? Basically the exact fucking same. Other than the fact that the buy-in will be a little bit more, like 5% of GDP, to be a part of NATO 2. And that's it.
You're basically saying he's gonna do the NAFTA thing again, where he's just like,
it.
I'm basically creating NAFTA. I just want the terms to be a little bit better for us, but like
it's NATO 2, guys.
Marginally better. It's not. It wasn't even by like a huge margin.
All you've got to do is just give him something. Just give him something. Just give this maniac something. You can just pretend it's work. Just pretend that you don't want to give it to him.
No,
and then
here's the thing.
Here's the thing. He just has to believe that you want it and that it's worth something.
Smokey, they don't even have to give. He just has to. Wait, Smokey, they don't actually have to give him anything. They just have to pretend like they gave him.
No, you're gonna give him something just a month from now.
No, because we can.
You're not understanding.
Smokey.
You're going to give it to him just a month from now.
No,
and then in a month from now we'll talk about it again. No. And then we'll
that's what I'm saying. They didn't give him shit.
That's what's going to happen.
They didn't give him shit, and he was just like, "We're pushing it back 30 days."
Listen. This tariff issue was okay. 30 days is not. I'm going to say. Oh, well, then I'll pause.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying you don't have to give him anything. You just kind of have to let it play out and be like, "Yep, the thing that you imagined is."
You can lie to him. Just lie to him.
They're not even lying. They're not even lying to him. There's just a fake issue that's just like
just lie.
Like the Canada fentanyl thing. Like Canada doesn't really
stop sending you fentanyl. No problem, guys.
Yeah, just be
I
like,
can't believe they're doing that.
Just all you have to be like, we'll stop sending you fentanyl, and guess what? Since it's not an actual problem, it's not actually giving him anything. You're just saying the thing.
Okay. I haven't fact checked this yet.
Well, does this mean all the Canadians forgive us and we're all friends now?
No,
cool?
they still fucking hate our guts. But
God damn it.
So I only saw people say this on Twitter, and I haven't fact checked this, but supposedly there's more crime from the U.S. that goes into Canada than vice versa.
What?
Well, now you're not telling me that guns from America make it into Canada. I was having that argument the other day, and that doesn't happen.
No, Canada legitimately has that problem, and so does Mexico. To be 100% clear.
What?
Mexico gives us guns. What do you mean?
No. Guns are being transported into both of those countries at a massive rate. Like, it's actually problematic. And if anyone wants to put a tariff for social reasons, it would probably be for that, because that's actually provable. And I think we should just shut up and be like, you know what? Let's just continue as business as usual. But
yeah, I'm down with that.
But nope. Or God, let's just continue watching this because we're moving off track. We can just keep going to Trump.
A lot of Republican supporters now, conservatives in America, are against supporting Ukraine anymore. And I'm curious about that change in what has been, 35 years. There's been a real sea change. And it may be because Americans are understandably war-weary. They're fed up with spending a lot of money on foreign wars, foreign conflicts. There's a good argument America hasn't really won a foreign war since World War II. You look at from Vietnam onwards, endless quagmires, endless problems, Iraq, Afghanistan, and so on and so on. And I look at what's happened in Ukraine, and I'm just looking at it pragmatically. Do we let Russia, led at the moment by Vladimir Putin, who I would categorize as a dictator, or do we let him just take what he wants? Even if he uses it and dresses it all up as, I'm doing this because I fear about NATO encroachment, which may well be his reasoning. Okay. But many people think it's not his reasoning.
Okay, but many people think. Why would you want to put U.S. missiles on Russia's border? I don't understand. It's so obviously unacceptable for any sovereign nation to tolerate.
Here's the other part of the argument.
He has nuclear weapons. Why would we want that?
A lot of people. Well, we have nuclear weapons too. A lot of the argument.
But does he have nuclear weapons?
Huh? We do. Yes, we have nuclear weapons.
Why?
Nuclear deterrent.
Great Britain has nuclear weapons?
Yes, we do.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, absolutely. You know why?
You're freaking me out.
If Ukraine had nuclear weapons, they wouldn't have been invaded. You can agree on that. We told them to give up their nuclear deterrent.
Invaded if the West hadn't said, we're going to use you as a staging ground for intimidating
Russia.
What
was that interaction? Oh, God. Tucker better be
saying they're useless.
Oh, my God.
Like, come on, if you think the gut reaction, just go with your gut reaction on Tucker right now. He's not even trying to dress this shit up. It's really, his decorum's gone, dude. It's just gone.
It's like, why do you guys have nuclear weapons? Wait, you guys have nuclear weapons? It's just like, what the... is wrong with you?
I mean, do you guys? Like, I mean, what, you got like 6?
Oh, they got more than 6. Movie.
Yeah, they actually have a decent nuclear arsenal, including Triton submarines.
Yeah, that's that's
enough.
nothing.
We only need like 2 of those subs to have a nuclear arsenal, and believe me, it's enough.
Yeah.
It'll get the job done.
Oh, let's continue. That interaction was just so weird.
Why not just allow? What we've done is push Russia into the Chinese.
And many people would say,
how does that help us?
Many people in that region say, actually, what's happened to Ukraine is precisely why they should have been in NATO. Because if they had been in NATO, Putin wouldn't have invaded them.
Okay.
And also they say,
many people say that.
Also say, if we hadn't collectively basically bullied Ukraine into giving up their nuclear deterrent, he wouldn't have done it either, because they would have had a nuclear weapon to defend themselves.
This is super crazy.
Is it crazy?
Yes, it is.
Crazier than your theories?
Well, actually, I don't think. I mean, I have a million theories, but these are not among them. It's not a theory to say that Russia moved into eastern Ukraine because the United States wouldn't give up on pushing for Ukraine admission into NATO when NATO did not want Ukraine.
But there's also
the criteria for admission.
But I think you're only giving half a picture. I'm not oblivious to that, but I would add this component to it, which is also not surely beyond the realms of fantasy. That Vladimir Putin knows that a lot of that part of eastern Ukraine, they still speak Russian. He has resented the breakup of the Soviet Union, famously. And
apparently, we have to stop.
What?
We got struck by Tucker.
We got struck by what?
My stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected video belonging to someone else. If you plan to continue, please ensure the content owner has added to the allow list.
Okay. Who did we get struck by?
Fucking Tucker, I guess? I don't know. What the fuck?
Did you get struck by the Tuck?
Yeah, we have to take this off the screen real quick. God damn it.
Sometimes you just get struck by the Tuck.
Been struck by the Tuck, damn.
That's what happens, man. All right, well, Hornet, this has been fun. Are we just gonna end?
No. You can just... Here's the thing. Let's switch over.
This is anticlimactic. Policy violation.
Jon Stewart will do the same shit to you.
Okay, yeah, but I respect one of those guys.
We can't watch the Tucker
it sounds
Carlson
bad
interview?
when I say
What
Jon
the fuck?
Stewart, it's Paramount.
Since when? This is... Are we back?
We are so back. I don't know, let me look.
Okay, we are back. I guess I'm gonna have to cut that out when we're done with
We are
this.
so back.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. I guess we can't watch the Tucker Carlson. Fucking god damn it.
Okay, well, should we discuss about what we saw?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, Tucker has, to me, the most zany, like, he's trying to make these seem like these are normal takes for a person to have on, like, Russia and Ukraine. And, like, I mean, even from, like, a common man's understanding, it's like, you really like Russia, huh, guy?
Yeah.
It's like we all grew up like with Putin not being a good person. Like even like it was understood, and like 2001 and like during the Bush administration,
I grew up with
like,
Putin not being a good guy. What the fuck?
The Russian like the Russian situation was tenuous at best. Like we grew up with the situations in Serbia and Kosovo and all the situations like that, and obviously the peace treaty with Ukraine is one of those things that happened as well. But like, and like to just echo this is like, well, that was the fall of the Soviet Union. It just seems like we're trying to piece back as much of it as we can before the rest of the countries figure out what we're trying to do again.
I feel as if
I think I am actually shocked at how hard Piers was defending NATO, and he has incredibly based.
Well,
takes.
not just NATO. He was making pretty good arguments for like.
Yeah,
why would
he
you
pretty
oppose-
much he understands the. Like he's defending European aggression at that point. I don't think Tucker understood that.
Yeah,
is that was his angle? He was playing it. Is it like the faith in America? Like to me, that says that the faith in America is at an all-time low as well. I don't know how else to put it, because even Piers is like, okay, but like, what do you guys like? Because he's asking Tucker, right? But like, Tucker's also a representative of that American arm. Like, no matter, like, if you were to say, oh, well, is Tucker Carlson friends with President Donald Trump? What would you say? Yes, you would say yes.
Yes, yeah.
So like, I don't want to say that like this is a media empire of Trump saying that like this is what he thinks, but like this is just what I feel. I feel like these talking points are the exact same kind of talking points that are being played in the presidency are nonstop. I could be wrong.
Yeah. It just seemed like Tucker was just on the real tanky talking points for a while, and he was just going to go on about that shit.
And that's the thing that makes me fucking crazy is like, do they think that we're stupid? Like, it's like, yes, we understand. Like, you guys think that we think that like this is what a dictator looks like. Meanwhile, it's like the whole shit. Like, I don't even have to look at Crimea. I can just look at like this one old lady that lived in Georgia who watches the fence go around her house, and she slowly becomes a part of fucking Russia every fucking other month. As they just like, and she's gotten to know the troops that are moving the fence, so that's really cute.
Yeah, she
likes it or not. But my point is this: is like they're taking territory. Like that they've been doing this since way before 2014.
Wow, are you complaining about something that's not in your country, Smokey?
Oh, I know, right? That's awful. To be fair, I want us to get rid of a lot of people that are here, but I think they might be legal citizens. So that's problematic.
Get rid of all the MAGA Republicans? Is that what you're saying?
No, the women.
The women? Based.
Yeah.
Just have the nation die off?
What are they good for? Yeah, I mean, either that or happen, but if I could honestly, like, what I'm hoping that really happens is like the ocean currents just stop, and that like the anaerobic bacteria at the bottom just like bubbles up and like worldwide amounts of like hydrogen sulfide gas.
No, what the? No.
What do you mean? No.
I would rather have nuclear annihilation. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen, we're doing it to ourselves, okay? We're not like the good thing is when it starts to happen, you'll go to sleep.
No, you're not going to go. It's going to be fucking decades of pain.
Okay, but enough about ocean soup. Let's talk about something else. Anyway, so Hornet, what did you think about Tucker and
Listen, from what we saw, it seemed like Piers was going to be making excellent points. I'm kind of disappointed that we can't watch the whole thing at this point, because I actually was pretty interested in this conversation.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with just a small snippet, because it gives me what I wasn't expecting, which is like, I love that Tucker's like, I'm just going to come in pretty hostile at you. It's like, okay. And then like, I noticed that hostility was taken seriously by Piers, but then we got pretty jokey by Tuck after that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily see it as hostile, to be 100% honest. I think Tucker's just unhinged now. Especially when we saw him on there, like, it just seems like he's not. Doesn't seem well.
He visited Andrew Tate too, right?
Yeah, and he was really giddy about it.
So he's been all over the place, meeting all these different people, doing things that he was probably not allowed to do when he was like part of like a Fox News network or whatever.
Yeah. So
like, if you want to like in a weird way, like his career is both like stalled, but is also in like a weird trajectory. I can't say it's an upward trajectory, but it's definitely a weird trajectory.
So you're telling me it's time to do coke with weird foreign Russians?
Well, he could either be seen as a monster or as someone who's completely misinformed.
Someone who's completely misinformed at this point, because it seems like he's just sticking with the talking points that he's been given of just saying like, oh, he's a dictator, McBurney's blah, blah.
I'm honestly shocked that this man is not part of our federal government, if I'm perfectly honest with you both. I don't know how he's like how that didn't happen is beyond me.
Maybe because he got fired from Fox News for spreading false information.
Yeah, but like, why? That to me, that just says
but it was
Trump hired me.
False information for the Trump administration. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a golden ticket right there.
Like that. That's your guy. That's the one that you want.
I mean, to be fair, he wasn't the only one that did that there. Like, you could just get.
Like, that's the guy you want for your defense.
That's not a good way to begin the sentence. Okay.
Well, he can't be press secretary because that's kind of like, you can't be press secretary if you're Tucker Carlson. That's stuff. So, like, no matter how I slice that, that's a fucking that's a demotion.
Honestly, that would probably make a lot of those things way more entertaining.
God, I mean, like, I would force him to do it.
Oh yeah,
that would be
funny as fuck to watch. I'm not gonna lie. If Tucker Carlson was our press secretary, I would be like, let's go, dude. I'm gonna watch all of these.
No,
just for Jon Stewart's reaction alone.
No.
It's like, well, we're going to be doing this a lot more often, aren't we?
Bro, we would get 4 seasons of The Daily Show again. Full fucking episodes with Jon Stewart.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, there's a show. You know what? I think we can say it. So I think we can all say this, is that if there's one show that needed to boot DEI first, it was The Daily Show.
True.
Yeah. No way around that. Sorry, Trevor. You did your best. It didn't work out. I hope that someday there's somebody as charming as Jon Stewart, but it looks like that he's still the best we can do. And since we're already picking the elderly in America,
that's just Jon Stewart, dude. Like, Jon Stewart is just like incredibly fucking smart and.
Well, yeah, because Bill Maher lost his fucking mind. Well, to be fair, Bill Maher never had a mind to begin with, but I didn't think he was this crazy either.
Yeah, no, he's really gone off the deep end, but he jumps around like that from time to time. Like, he goes.
He made me miss Dennis Miller. Do you guys remember Dennis Miller?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he's one of those ones that has been jumping around for a really long time. It's not, this isn't new for him. Yeah, he just doesn't strike me as like a informed person. But that's where I land with him.
I think because here's the thing, right? Tucker doesn't need to do this, right? Because like isn't he heir to like the Swanson frozen food fortune or some shit?
Yes.
So like he doesn't need this. He's just doing this because he's crazy, which is base. So I don't know if I can hate the man.
Yeah.
He actually does it for the love of the game.
Here's just scaring me because it seems like he might be standing up for journalistic integrity for a minute there, but that can't be right. That can't continue
he definitely,
for like an hour and 30 minutes.
He definitely was, because Pierce had an interview with Zelensky, and the conversation went pretty well. So basically what was happening there was Tucker was basically criticizing him for being like, what the fuck? Why would you like be okay with this dictator? Which is kind of crazy.
Why would you humanize the enemy?
Yeah, it's like, but at the same time, we have Tucker Carlson who interviewed Putin and like literally lobbed him softball questions the whole time. So I don't know. I don't know what journalistic integrity.
And we both know why they did that, right?
Huh?
So there's a second interview. That would all make sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would have been fun to see what they argued about on foreign policy. Well, honestly, I feel like that seemed to me like they talked about that for a while.
Yeah, that seems like it was going to go on for a super long time, and they were just going to like lightly touch the other subjects real quick, and then
if I had been Tucker, I would have tried to move through that quicker.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot that you could say in that situation. It's just gonna be more talking points.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even like on a broad perspective, it's like that. Like nobody in Europe wants to hear like, well, you have to understand, there's two sides to this war. It's like, no, Russia invaded. Like that's like that's the only reality that these people understand.
Yeah.
Because like anytime that there's a world war, unfortunately, it happens in Europe. Sorry, guys, you're a great fucking. I guess we really like you guys in Call of Duty games for some reason. Your locations are great, but
no Russian is a great level.
Jesus.
Okay,
what?
I don't endorse what this crazy motherfucker just said. Like, okay. No, Battle of Stalingrad, Call of Duty, World War, pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, yeah, pretty base. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Okay, so we're cool.
But I feel like we reached the 3-hour point, so we're pretty good on ending this at this point.
Yeah, unless
someone has something else they want to talk about real quick, though, but it's gonna be quick.
Sorry, do you have anything that you'd want to say to the to chat tonight? Oh, I guess
make
not.
sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 200 subs.
Based.
All right.
Do that shit.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, please do that. We love that.
We do.
Listen, it's a miracle we made it past 100.
Yeah.
Fucking based.
But with that, I think I'm just gonna end the show. Anything you guys want to say, chat, before we go? Avius?
Go to bed. It's late. Good night.
No, I don't got shit.
You don't got shit? Okay.
No, I don't got shit.
Alright, guys. We will catch you next Tuesday for the next episode of this bullshit.
Fucking based.
Let's go, dude.
Enjoy the outro.